Greetings and salutations, Dota fans! It is I, Badger, back for some more League of Lads Season 13 playoffs. It is no Filski on the Radiant side, Elder Titan, and Seven on the Dire side. It's losers quarterfinals. It's a best of three. The winner goes to the top four. The loser goes home. My name is Badger. I'm joined tonight by a man of many names and, of course, many titles. Formerly known as Salacious Sea Lion 62 and Salivating Salamander 37. Some may know him as Rook. It is my good friend Strawberry Shark, aka Jim. Mr. DPC player, how are you this fine evening?
Sharks.
Sharks indeed.
I had a comment, but I forgot it already. Oh yeah, there's also something else on the line that Badger did not bring up last chat. The winning team will be getting a peck from Badger on the cheek. Ship it and clip it, guys. Ship it and clip it.
You know,
If you're in Twitch chat and you do the shipping and the clipping, it's time for you to get to work.
it's one of those things. I don't have the intro screen and the intro music, so I just kind of have the lobby screen chilling there. So if people are watching, they could have read the lobby chat the entire time and said, "Hey, I could read this," and you can see I never agreed to that.
You did.
But again,
You did in a behind doors secret backdoor agreement with the government as well.
Speaking of agreements, though, the teams have agreed to make their first phase picks and bans.
I don't believe in those. Those are a social construct.
Yubei has banned out Dawnbreaker, Brewmaster, Primal Beast, Willow. Sauce has banned out Tree Protector, Spearbreaker, Invoker, Venom.
Honestly, as much as I hate this first pick PA shit, I think Laz is probably really strong. So, yeah.
One of those things where I think, again, look a lot of the carries that are really that good in the PA, either they're not in meta right now, or Andy's not a huge fan of them. For example, great carry we see a lot against the PA is, big man with big sword Sven, but Andy's not a big Sven player.
True. But Andy is the best player.
Maybe true, but I do not see him playing Sven in these games.
Andy is best player. Sorry.
I will say though, again, we are past the ban phase. We are into the pick phase. I like some of these bans here. Again, PMA is banning out a lot of. I'm not even going to call them necessarily the best heroes in the game, but he's respect banning the heroes he needs to ban out. But I don't want them playing these heroes they're very comfortable on, like P. Konica. We don't want them anyways. Screw them, ban them out. And we'll just play on the heroes like Venge and PA.
Yeah. I do like the I don't mind Dyer's response so far, but these are not really I wouldn't really think of these as anti-PA heroes so far, you know? I don't really mind the heroes they picked so far, but they did see first pick PA, so I would like them to pick some anti-PA heroes. Badger, how does it make you feel?
I agree absolutely.
Oh, they're just picking some banger heroes though. Holy shit.
I'm just saying, you know what? If we have enough good heroes that we're comfortable on, maybe you don't even necessarily need to super hard counter your hero.
Yeah, maybe we could just control the government instead from afar.
If we can control the government from afar, I think Dota would look a little bit different, Yeah, nerfs. I'd say we see some Shrimp Protector buffs, but we actually don't need those. We automatically need tree nerfs. I won't
No, we need tree nerfs, Badger, so that you can be free.
We really do. But
it's so funny that teams ban it now, but it's not. It's it's not like you play Treant right now, anyways. You'd arguably be worse at it right now than you were back when you played it every single game.
Very good chance. I mean, the thing is, people are more prepared.
It's just a mental thing, I guess. What were you gonna say, Badger? Sorry.
Teams are more prepared now as well. They're like, wait a minute, this hero has 95 base damage. I should probably respect it.
They had 95 base damage when you were playing it originally too, Badger, to be fair.
Well, they also weren't dealing with that in their pubs, though. They didn't know what to expect. They said, oh, this guy's bad at Dota. I can deal with Tree. Turns out, no, you can't.
Badger's the best at Dota.
I thought Andy's best at Dota.
Well, he's in his own category of skill. We don't really try to compare ourselves to him so that we can still be, we can still, be human beings, you know?
I see. Speaking of human beings, Radiant have selected some in the. Is Undying considered a human being still, or is he post-human?
Dying is definitely post-human, bro.
Also, Axe is also not human, so maybe I was 0 for 2 on that one.
Undying has entered, 3rd Hokage Elk State or some shit, bro.
On some wild grind.
Covered in a kind of fly swarm right now. Oh, that's a good anti-hero. That's a great anti-hero.
It's an extremely good Morphling game as well. Like outside of Axe, which is kind of annoying, but honestly, Axe really isn't even that annoying for Morphling. It's kind of like, yeah, it's like propaganda sort of.
You know what I'm excited for? He's going to say, you know what? I don't need to morph into PA. I don't need to morph into Axe. I'm going to morph into Undying, get a Tombstone.
You good, Chad?
Not like morphing into PA is that. Like, sometimes you morph into a lot of carries is pretty good, but PA is like one of the worst carries to morph because you're not really getting good abilities.
Yeah, but Morphling in general is really good against PA.
But yeah, I mean, Morphling doesn't need to morph into PA to beat her. Morphling
Yeah,
already wins the matchup, you know?
yeah. I mean, they have it Undying, so Andy probably should just turn into the Undying every single fight and make Tombstone, because if Andy makes a Tombstone in a good spot, Dire actually like can't hit it. Like they literally don't have any heroes capable of imagine if Andy puts a tomb on the cliff, Badger, who's gonna hit it? Vengeful Spirit with like their 2 attack range.
Yeah, it's not like Venge is going to be all that durable in these fights either. I mean, there's a lot of uncontrollable AoE damage. You might just accidentally like blow over from the wind in these fights. You know, it might not go well for Venge.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
And say you're positioning in a way you can hit the tombstone. That means you can't say swap out your PA who's been blink echoed or been roared. So kind of like a situation where if Venge is in the position of tombstone, then Andy made a mistake.
Yeah. I will say Undying PA is an extremely strong one. That's gonna be really annoying for whoever's laning against it.
Oh, but you want to know what the solution is to that one, Jim? You already know what the exact answer is. It's cut the wave.
Yeah, it is.
Anytime in
But
Dota,
people are really bad at it.
anytime in Dota, you're gonna lose the lane. Just cut the wave. Just don't refuse to interact with the opponents. Say, you
This
know
is
what?
true.
I'm just gonna
We'll
cut
see
the
if they
wave.
do it or not. I feel like the Sauce team doesn't really do wave cutting. They're not really wave pilled.
Should be. They should be wave.
Yeah.
I don't know why
That's
they
okay
should be.
though.
This is correct. I can
Yeah.
identify it, then surely. I mean,
I
they're better than me. They should be able to identify it.
I'm what the elk would call a wave pillar.
Well, I know. I know.
The waves. I pill them. Excuse me. I burped.
I have to mute my mic now whenever I pour my water. I was pouring my water on stream the other night. Flask of water.
And your friends started screaming at you, right?
No, they were like, Are you going to the bathroom or something?" No, I'm just pouring water from one bottle into one cup.
I
Apparently,
can't believe I lost that league game as Fiora, dude. My life. That was such bullshit.
Whoa there. You see what has been selected, Jim.
Not at this precise moment if I'm
It's
being
the
totally
eponymous
truthful.
hero, Elder Titan.
Elder Titan.
Flying Nightmare is
Titan.
smiling right now. That's all I have to say. If he's watching this, he's smiling. I think Shane's watching. He's definitely smiling.
Honestly, I feel like the Zeus pick is a little bit of a bait. They don't really have good heroes for Zeus. Like, when you have a Zeus, you kind of want heroes who stand in front, but like Axe doesn't actually do that. Axe tries to like catch someone, you know what I mean? And like Undying isn't actually tanky as a pause 5. They just put up Tombstone and like walk away. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, yeah.
I don't hate the Zeus pick because it is honestly just kind of annoying for Morph the entire game if the Zeus player is like paying attention to Morph's HP. Like it just adds an extra level of thought that Andy has to like go through all the time. But yeah, there's an NP to hunt backline, there's a Shaker to hunt back. Also Zeus into Shaker sounds like a pretty easy lane for Shaker. Yeah, because your W is just gonna out deny Zeus's Q, and that's what Zeus does to get range creep and stuff.
Will
Yeah.
say I am a little bit concerned for the other side
state
lane
of
as
the
well.
union?
I mean, do you think that Morphling's gonna be able to get good farm in this lane, or?
Yeah, I think. Well, who's probably with either support. Yeah.
Because it's a Axe Venge, I believe, correct? That lane.
Yeah. I think Andy will have a pretty. I think unless something goes really wrong in his lane, and he'll have a really easy time, honestly. Most people are not good at actually abusing Morphling in lane attacks, and like it's not even like it honestly just goes. It just kind of just goes both ways. Yeah. I don't. I think Andy's lane will be totally fine, honestly.
All right, that's a good sign. I'll do a quick intro real fast. If you are just joining us, welcome to game number 1 of playoff BO3 between No Filski, No Problems, and El Titan and Silver Medals. And we're about to see a fight right now. Both teams have shown up to play. We see Nova leading the way for the Radiant side into this Dire side jungle on the west side. And now we see Dire. They see the Venge. Venge is far in the front. They want the Venge first blood. They have not got it yet, and now they'll get it. It goes to Sauce on the Furion. However, Radiant want Vengeance. They'll certainly bring down at least one, but a fantastic 4-man figure from Mr. Lens. Reed is low. Fruit Punch is low. They'll both go down. Double kill for Sauce on the Furion. I mean, it has to be a win there for decided El Titan and Silver Medals. They got 2 kills in that first blood money.
They did kill their opponents, which oftentimes can be seen as a winning play early in the game. Sorry, Badger, but I thought that was pretty funny.
I did too. Again,
No.
I'm somewhat speechless. That was just again, good position, good read there on. And again, that's a bit of a gamble standing there rather than somewhere else, but ended up paying off heavily.
My cat is very cute.
I know, Jim. We'll say though, it's a good day to be Sauce right now. It's got so much. Wait, what did he spend it on?
Windlay stick, it looks like.
Okay.
And more sentries. Or he probably had one and then bought another, if I had to guess.
That makes sense. Ooh, Vico did not get that last hit in their inch creep. Used Arc Lightning, didn't get it. That's what can you do right there?
Alright, Cat 1. You need to chill a little bit, Cat 1.
This could be one of those Cat 1 nights.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can already tell. Cat 1, now is not the time. There's a time and a place for everything, Cat 1. Now is not the time. You must calm.
More I think about it, I don't know why I was concerned about Andy farming in this lane. This is Van Jackson to Furion morph. It's a fantastic thing. Morph.
Yeah, I mean, Furion just gonna have such an easy time 1v1ing the guy, and then, like, if he needs to help Andy, he's good at doing that as well. So, Cat 1,
well.
no,
I'm
stop.
We saw a situation there where Fourth kind of posted up a little bit further to the east to go on Sauce. That's just free. That's just free denies for. It's a fantastic time.
I'm mostly curious how mid will go. I think this should be pretty 50. This should probably go fine either way. I would honestly guess. Actually, how does Mr. Lens already have no? Did Mr. Lens like use all of his mana level 1 and then not walk to base? Because he has like literally like there's no way he used
I think he went for bounty runes rather than going to base.
Okay, because he's kind of getting owned right now, and I'm like, how is he getting owned? And like, it all makes sense now. He needs to send out a manga or something. And then not, yeah, this is kind of bad for him.
He's a bottle in the way right now.
Not one!
Over to top lane, we see a stun on Sauce. Seems like Nova will be, both Nova and Sauce will end up being okay. And Sauce will actually TP forward. He wants the kill on Nova. Waveform is not skilled by Andy, not that it's needed. It's a 3rd kill for Sauce. Meanwhile, bottom lane, fight breaks out there as well. Reed is just in right now, but apparently not in enough for anyone to die.
Yeah, I'm caring. PA is not very good against either of these heroes in trades on Dire's side,
PA might just be
has
dead, actually. Yeah, PA's just dead.
Yeah.
From dying or not, the PA is simply dead. And the Tombstone's going to end up dying to Diesel as well. So it's a disaster lane for PA in a lot of ways right now.
Yeah, that was not what they wanted to happen in their lane. That was tough. On the bright side, Undying is level 3. I like playing Undying, so yeah. That was my whole contribution there. Thanks for listening.
I appreciate your contribution, don't worry.
Oh, Diesel's so dead.
Yeah, I mean, he'll attempt to run away.
He
He used his magic wand, but with the good
Nice job,
two-man
Reed.
stomp from Reed, everything's going to be A-okay. Reed runs in anyways. Everyone's low in this lane, apparently, but it will be Reed who perhaps goes down. Dagger is available. He'll blink in on the Phantom Assassin, looking for the kill on the other Titan, and he will not get it thanks to some good team play. Never mind, I'll still get it.
If this
Wrong
PA
hero, dog.
dies, though, this is like really horrible.
Axe is in 32 stacks of Axes on him. The Axes
Oh,
will
he
end
missed,
up
he
being
missed.
off for Diesel. So now he's in a bit of danger. Dagger is online for PMA, but he still needs to be careful of the boar, of course. Fruit Punch has a lack of mana, however, so Seems like Diesel will simply walk away. Meanwhile, Sauce TP's into the south side, looking for PMA. Axes once to get off the mark. Blugger Nate comes in from Sauce. PMA will drop, and now they'll move to the Undying, who's stomped up by Reed. That will be a dead Undying. That will be 2 kills, thanks to rotation from Big Sauce, who's 4-0-1, by the way. That's a fantastic start to the game for Sauce.
True. Some have called Sauce the Polish sniper before.
Sauce is just a gamer, you know. He just shows up, does his prep work, picks the heroes. You know, he does his job. What he does.
Mid seems to be now even, which is what I expected. So that's that. Yep. Elk.
Seems like we're going to be in a situation where Dire will have 2 farm cores and Radiant might only have 1. Seems like Morphling Zeus Shaker just seems to be a lot more farm than the other 3 cores right now.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Things can always change, but that's how things are looking so far. I mean, Morphling's lane is gonna Morphling's lane and Gamer is gonna be really easy until Zeus hits 6, and then he has to worry about that. I do hope that Andy should really buy raindrops. Like, if you don't buy raindrops as Morphling against Zeus, you're like rolling, to be honest. So if he doesn't buy raindrops, Badger, that's not very good. Yeah.
Reed can't, mid lane. We're gonna dive mid lane. Mr. Lens has the fissure hitting it on Vico. Sauce, again, wanted to work with Lens. They'll move to Nova instead. Reed's on the way. He's got the stomp. He'll end up missing it entirely. However, Nova will most certainly die on the east side. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, recognizing that Reed was gone and Sauce could not TP, and they went in on Diesel. So it ends up being a 1-for-1.
Sauce does get a kill on Nova as well, so yeah. Well, the 1-for-1 as you mentioned. Thanks to your excellent map awareness, Badger. Thank you for that.
My awareness was not great. I was late to getting to that mid fight. I don't know why.
No, you weren't.
The problem is, I have a problem with seeing green in the minimap. So I've had this conversation before. Like, more than half the kills that I miss in the action I miss involves the green hero, because I don't recognize that there's a hero in the action. Meanwhile, Vico's being gone on by... Oh, never mind, Fissure pixels away. Vico will simply walk away. Not the ideal situation there, of course, for Eldritch and the Silver Medals. But again, across the map, the action continues. PMA is being gone on. He's got Blink. He'll attempt the Blink to Fruit Punch, perhaps. Or perhaps not. Instead, Fruit Punch will go in with the DK. PMA still walks away. It's a 2v2, getting quite spicy in the bottom lane. Everybody's dropping low. Blink in by PMA. Stomp will be on the mark for Undying. Goes down the move to PA. In comes the Zeus ulti. Down goes Reed. And down goes Diesel. Ends up being that 2-for-1, mostly thanks to damage coming in from Vico from the mid lane.
Yep, team.
Sauce from the low ground, just last hitting creeps on the jungle camps. I think Radiant are sick of Sauce by now. They have to be sick of Sauce. There's no way they're not. Fissure on Nova. Nova is once again in a lot of danger. Speaking of Sauce, Sprout will get broken. Stomp is not dodged by Nova. Not that it would have mattered. Tombstone is there. Radiant want vengeance. Sauce will attempt to TP away. Look at cancel the lightning bolt from Vico. Jump forward by Vico. Sauce will die for the first time this game. Smoke used for whatever reason.
Oh my god, he actually gave away a lot of gold. Wow.
A lot of gold going. Echo Slam there on 1. Vico needs to die. Dire splitting their attention. Fissure hits on Vico. Vico goes down. Now Dire moves to the Undying, who has nothing available. Simply will end up getting right-clicked down by the Morphling, who arrived from the northwest side of the team fight. I believe that's still a win there for the Dire side, especially given they will take this mid tier 1 tower. We still try to. Maybe they won't. We'll try to.
That was an astute observation by you, Badger. Good job casting.
Roar on the Venge into a 2-man stomp. That's a wombo combo of sorts into a 2-man fissure. PA will end up walking away. Dire shows the easier target rather than the more viable target, but PMA alive and Vico arriving. This tower will not crumble yet.
Zeus ulti got Andy pretty low. I really hope he buys raindrops. Please buy raindrops, Andy.
He's got 2 branches. He can easily upgrade the branch to the raindrops.
Yes, Badger, yeah, good.
But he is not yet. Well, we return to Sauce, who is just in the Radiant jungle, walking away from 3 heroes. He denied the Sentry Ward! He just denied the Sentry Ward!
Classic Sauce shenanigans, some might say.
That's amazing. That's actually amazing.
Indy has a Falcon Blade. How does that make you feel better emotionally?
I mean, as a fan of Andy, it makes me very excited. He's quite farmed, #1 net worth by about 500 gold, and keep in mind, Zeus got that massive soft streak and he's still a fighter behind Andy.
True. Yeah, this is a really one-sided early game in all seriousness. This is like pretty. I'm a little surprised at how. Like the lanes and very early rotations have just been disastrous for for PMA's
For
team.
no Filski, no problems. I mean, this is generally a team that does fairly well in the laning phase. You look at Vico and you look at Fourth; those are two of the best players at their role in the league, but they've been struggling a bit, especially in the top lane. Fourth will get gone on by Reed and Andy. He certainly will end up dying. The kill secured, of course, by Mr. Andy Bendy. And again, now Nova's being dove. Orfling has turned into Venge, the magic missile stun, but now gets stunned by the Venge. Regardless, Venge certainly will end up perhaps actually winding up and surviving. DK hits on two. Nova's still on the run. Tombstone's there on the floor. Venge finally dies. In comes Sauce. TP into back up to Steam. It's currently a 1v3 with the dying on the run, and then dying will end up walking away. Wait a minute. That's an unfortunate courier death. It's 1,000 gold in the courier for Andy, and now it will be Reed, most likely going down. Ulti comes in from Vico, and Bolt will bring down the Elder Titan. Sauce will TP. It will not work, surely. It will not. He's taunted and Culling bladed down by Fourth Yorlingus. Just like that, there's 8 kills for No Filski, no problems. But despite that, they still have a lot of problems right now.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. I mean, their PA is honestly doing okay, though. Like, the PMA's game is not good by any standard, but, like, honestly, his game isn't, like, that bad. Like, he can easily, like, go hit the woods for a while, you know what I mean, Badger?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, he can probably have Battle Fury by, like, minute 15, which is, like, you know? Because I think we have seen some early games like this before from Andy's team, and then they, like, struggle to close it out. I'm really glad that Beastmaster is just buying the big summon unit, and then I hope he makes a pipe and like a Greaves or something, and then they just get an Aegis and they go end the game before PA could ever be a like actual threat. That should be their like course of action. You know what I mean?
Yeah, again, it's gonna be at least another item on top of the B Fury, probably even more than that. So there's a bit of time, but only a bit of time. At this point, perhaps it's what tier 2's in to grab Roshan for Andy and company.
They can do it during first nighttime actually with Helmdom.
Diesel's being gone on in the Radiant jungle. Meanwhile, bot lane, they're going in for a dive on Fruit Punch. Back to the mid lane, though, Vico will end up being swapped in by his own teammate to stay alive. Diesel is simply on the run still, trying not to get right-clicked down and spell cast upon by Zeus. Diesel uses magic wand. Eventually, he'll die if Vico can get the right clicks, but he can't find the right clicks. Eventually, Fruit Punch gets the kill, but it's a trade for Vico. Not a good trade at all. Sauce is now being gone on. Fisher brings down the Vengeful Spirit. Reed stop will be barely off the mark. Tombstone will get right-clicked down by Sauce. PMA wants to fight. Undying inside the Sprout, blink in by Mr. Lens. Dire focus on a 3v1. PA will leave the Undying to die. Assuming Undying does die, and that will end up being the case, surely. Mr. Lens securing that last hit. That is a 3-for-1 again in favor of Elder Titan and Silver Medals.
Wow.
Is that a blink in the courier for X? It is, okay.
Radiance. That's a government-issued blink dagger.
They're going to try to fight with this blink on X, surely, but it's still not going to be easy.
I mean, to be honest, like PMA's team should just be like, guys, listen. As long as PMA is farming side, this game is totally recoverable.
Problem is,
you know what I mean, Badger?
He's not farming that well, and Morph is farming very well, and that's where I'd be concerned. That's one of those things too.
I mean, honestly, like for Dire, the game would be really easy right now if they just like the moment they get helmed on 2, they like the moment they get it, they go get Aegis, they give it to Andy, they like take all of the tier 2s with it, they buy a pipe, and then they go win the game, like with the second Aegis. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They could go play for like 25, 26 minutes second Aegis with pipe Greaves or some shit on their beast.
By the way, they hit Andy with a scan. They know where he is. The blink call from Axe. Zeus ulti is there. Culling Blade will not get the kill. However, Axe still secures it. That's the absolutely biggest kill they could have gotten. They were secured right around a tier 1 tower. They get it for free now.
Yeah, that was really good for them. 14-minute runes are coming up, but I think both are going to be going to Sauce's team because Sauce is stolen the enemies.
I mean, he's playing Furion. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Just, you look a little rat.
I'll be honest though, it's
rabbits.
pretty bad for Radiant to like. It's really bad that Radiant isn't getting a like. Their supports really need EXP. Like, both of like Undying only scales with levels basically, and like he really wants to get like level 10.
Mid lane, Blink Echo from Mr. Lens on PMA. PMA is hasted. And the TPs otherwise are too slow to get to PMA. Again, route that haste around to Ghost for that play. Meanwhile, bottom lane's a roar from Diesel. He's on the run with Reed. They're both trying to run away from this tier 2 tower again. The split action is not being punished on either side really right now, except Reed finally dies. Somebody will get punished. Axe ulti is on cooldown. Not that it matters. It's still a death on the Elder Titan. It's across the map now, a second death for the dire side. 2 kills for Mo Filski, Mo problems on the back of some recent map movements.
Yeah. The big thing is, what will Dire do once they get their Helm 2 on Beast? Because like Dire could really run the game over with Helm 2 and Beast. Like they could just like slaughter Radiant honestly, like and take every tier 2 tower with. They could get Aegis and just take every tier 2 tower and like eat all of them up. But I don't know if that. I don't really know.
No way Sauce lives here, right?
Sauce and Andy are students of the 15-minute Roshan timer, but I don't know if they've done enough training in the lab, you know.
I hope they have. Again, it seems like Sauce has certainly been training. That TP timing was just perfect. He was mid-animation on the swap and still got away.
Sauce has been playing like really well so far. Like, to be honest, I think that maybe he could have avoided his first death, but like, you know, like, Sauce.
He probably could have avoided this third death as well. He's inevitably going to run into here. He has both TPs on cooldown, and
honestly, this one was just bad luck.
His TP's in, Undying and Axe right there, which again, you wouldn't necessarily expect it to
If you
happen.
want to be safer, you can TP like behind these trees, Badger. You see what I'm drawing on?
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, or you could like TP back here and then like place the ward here. Or you can like TP like right here, Badger, and like do some like really weird ward here as well.
Meanwhile,
but overall,
we do have action
Sauce playing very
top
well.
lane. PMA is just running from in. Look at Lens though. Look at Lens from the south side. He wants to be in this action. He's on the way to bring down PMA. Blink in 3. Echo online. Blur is active. Lens cannot see. He'll blink in blindly going for PMA. It did not work. Meanwhile, Vent gets brought down by the Morphling. Over to PMA. Still running. Tombstone has been placed. A 3-man stomp from Reed. Will end up having no impact overall, but still, it was pretty cool looking.
Yes. Government.
They see Andy. They see Andy on this ward. Yes, that's a dire ward. Never mind. You do not see Andy. Why do dire ward? Is that like your protect farming ancients?
I didn't see the ward spot honestly.
The one near the tier 2 radiant side.
Like, why does Dire? You're asking why Dire has a ward there?
Is that like protect the Morphling aggressive farm ward or what?
It's more to like cause like you can't really like stay here as Dire without Aegis. So like this way, if someone goes to farm here, like you know what I mean. They can't actually stay here. The ward is probably more just to see people go there on the enemy team, which it has now, you know.
It has been dewarded. I guess it gave some information. I mean, they're in Roshan right now.
Reed has a Midas and an Ags. Or not an Ags, sorry. He has a Midas and he's keep going Ags. I'm sorry, that was very inaccurate.
That's a Reed build.
Twitch chat is gonna be so angry now.
They'll be fine. They'll be fine.
Last time I messed up one word, they just like all DM'd me saying like, haha.
That sucks. Haha.
Haha.
Seems like Roshan will end up being free though. Again, Radiant are not that far, but they seem not to know what's going on. He just goes the way of Earthshaker, and again, you mentioned earlier, grab those tier 2s. There's certainly 2 of them to be grabbed. It even could be the 2-for-1 top lane. Grab that tier 2 and then parlay it into that 20-minute Tormentor.
Hate the government.
Bottom lane. You see Morphling under a Radiant Observer ward. They're on the way. They want to bring down this Morph. Link, Blade Mail calls Zeus ult. That's a lot of damage. It came so fast that Axe accidentally ultied a jungle creep.
Yeah, I mean, this is the part. Yeah, I don't really like that Ashikar has the Aegis, and I also don't let. I don't really love Andy's build. I feel like he should go something tankier.
Silver Edge certainly not a raw stats item, and well, that is the
Actually,
item
Badger
going
Silver
for.
Edge does not give any stats that would increase your health.
Exactly, not really a raw stats item.
Okay.
I guess you took it a little bit further. It's literally not a raw stats item.
Yes, that's what I said.
I agree.
Okay. Good talk.
Good talk. Good talk. Well, mid lane once again, it's Mr. Two Lives Earthshaker looking for initiation, but they cannot find the right jump on Vico. They're going to instead move towards this bottom lane area, towards Andy, it appears. Perhaps Andy's baiting, perhaps he's not. Regardless, he's being left alone. Instead, mid lane, they'll go for an easier kill on the Undying, who is alone and is about to die. Fissure Enchant Totem, Undying dead.
Oh, Diesel's not buying a pipe. Someone on Dire needs to buy a pipe. Pushing a high ground into Zeus without a pipe is just like one of the most like unfun experiences in Dota 2. This is something that they really should change, or I could see them losing the game. Because it's just so easy to like stay too long and then like Zeus cleans you all up. You know what I mean? Like that scenario is just like so. It's so simple and so easy to get trapped into. And then all of a sudden, PA gets like 4 kills, Badger, and then like the game's really hard, you know.
One of those things too. You mentioned PA. PA's farming. The slow and steady farm game for PMA, but he's getting the farm he needs.
And if you think about it, like Axe's damage on his calls, like if he's not calling Morphling with Blade Mail, is gonna be like from Zeus killing people. It's not actually like anyone else on his team like putting in major damage like from a distance. You know what I mean?
There's a very interesting engagement going on bottom lane. Fourth was very far farming, grabbing a wisdom rune. It's like, you know what? I can cut the wave. Turns out both Sauce and Lens were instantly there, and now it took a long time, but they eventually killed the Axe.
Sauce is a Yules, which I don't really mind, but I think since he has a Yules, he should buy like a 4-staff or a blink, something that makes it easier for him to like cast it on Axe if Axe goes like on a weird spot. You know what I mean? Like I probably wouldn't have bought a Yules, but I don't mind that Sauce did. But since he did buy one, he should really buy a mobility item. Yep. True story.
Speaking of Sauce, he's looking to poke around, looking to find a fight, but there is none yet. Though with Andy wrapping from the east side, from the river into the tri-camp, we certainly have some fun ahead of us. Never mind. Radiant walk away, and they have one less problem, that's dying right now.
Nope.
So it seems like first Aegis has not been all that successful for
I mean, they're still getting gold out of it. Like any time where they have this Aegis and they can just like chill and like it's definitely they're not getting the most value out of the Aegis they could, but honestly, this is like a fine first Aegis. Yeah.
Surely they still want this top tower, because again, if you only get one 2/2 tower and you lose Morph, that's not good at all. But if you can get 2 towers, then we're talking. And that appears to be what we're getting right now.
I mean, the thing about Radiant is that PA is like pretty far away from being like a real threat.
Suddenly things are good. Wait, Andy just... Okay, that's a big play there from Andy and Sauce. I was watching Tormentor go down. Probably shouldn't have
That's
been.
what you're talking about.
That was Morphling and Furion combining to kill PMA. They have this Observer ward over here. And over here as well, spotting out a lot of action. Sure, it's got PMA somewhere.
Dude, I just really... Someone needs to buy a pipe on Dire.
Someone needs to,
look,
but they're
Radiant
not
is buying a
going
pipe,
to.
and they don't even need a pipe as much.
You know, think about it, we don't need pipe. You know what we need instead? Monkey
No,
King Bar. We need a Monkey King Bar on Raid.
Oh. Well, I mean, Diesel should be the one to buy. Like, he shouldn't buy BKB. He should have just bought a pipe, so like to help his team push. But I mean, someone on their team needs to buy it. If it's not, like, you know what I mean? Someone on their team is gonna have to step up and buy the team item. Okay.
Yeah, he does, and he is nuts. BBW is next. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, another jump. In the Yules from Sauce. Cancels that TP. Forced life is most certainly forfeit, barring a miracle. The miracle will not come. Well,
yeah.
Again, this anti-sauce kill squad is paying off pretty well right now.
My question is, if they get second Aegis, or they almost certainly will, are they gonna like win with it, or is it gonna be a throw? Because they don't have any like look at Dire's items. None of their items help each other, and they're gonna be going high ground into like Zeus, PA, Axe, like some pretty like annoying shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think it would have been good for their team to have items that let them bail each other out, because, yeah.
Yeah. Proceed.
The high ground is gonna be the like, because the one factor that Radiant has going for them is that they have a PA. And right now, like, you know, if this PA can get to like 4 items and then buy a rapier, they can always win no matter what happened. Literally, no matter what happened before that. Yeah.
They're giving PMA time to get those items. It's still not even 2 items quite yet for PMA, but the game's not over yet. There's a pretty commanding lead, but it's not over yet. They have yet to go.
I mean, the big thing is that PMA is going Ags before BKB, so he's gonna need to play the whatever fight happens before he gets BKB, because presumably one will happen before he gets BKB. He needs to like actually play it really well. He can't bail himself out with like BKB killing 2 supports and leaving. So that's gonna be pretty important for that team.
Well, over into the bottom lane, it's action time. They looked for Zeus. They ran into PA accidentally instead. They'll turn to PA with the break and the Earth Splitter. Earth Splitter entirely not needed. Venom Assassin dead.
Big.
Sauce is in. I have a feeling Sauce is dead. Yeah, Sauce is most certainly going to end up dying here. Yules actually dodges the Thunder God's Wrath. Culling Blade will end up killing the Fury anyways, but it bought a little bit of time for the team to arrive. Lens can blink. He'll fissure on 2 into the Aghanim's Enchant Totem. BK being diving for the Undying. The call will keep Shaker in place, however. Echo only on 1. Undying finally will end up going down. Reed with the BKB, and correction, an Aghanim Scepter is going all the way in, doing a lot. At this point, Radiant will Glyph trying to hold their base. Swamp brings Diesel back into the base. Blink call on 2. Elder Titan has end up going down. Morphling, it's running low on HP. He's calling it down as well. Lens will finally end the rampage of 4th, but I mean, you mentioned the potential throw. That's a potential throw right there. That's a lot dying on the Dire side.
I mean, one thing is that PMA and Vico did not get the kills, which is really good, because those are the real like dangers of the Radiant high ground. They need to not do that again though, or the game could get bad fast. Yeah. I mean, honestly, Dire needs to just like sit at the Roche pit and take it, and then like go. I mean, they really need a pipe, bro, and they need some like items to help their boys out, but like they don't have that shit. Like how can you help the boys out when you don't even have hands? You know what I mean?
Don't use. Ron is alive, by the way, so
yeah.
It is time for the game to become tense again. I can see it, the evidence in my eyes and ears. He's right there. He's not having a good.
No.
You look at him. He's even staring at the wall right now. He knows he's about to die again. Like, you know what? I died already, but it is the Sisyphean torture of just dying over and over and over and over and over and just staring at the wall. He knows what's coming. So bad.
Poor Roshan. See, you know what? I think Roshan's probably a good guy. He doesn't deserve what we've been doing to him.
Perhaps. I mean, there's definitely some Roshan backstory out there. I don't actually know what it is, but all I know is he pissed somebody off, and that's why he's here.
Really?
Probably. I mean, why else would you just die over and over again, eternally?
I don't know.
For 2 decades, unless somebody really hates you.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's fiction. They could come up with any reason, honestly.
True. 4-man smoke from No Filski, No Problems. 2-man smoke from the Denier side. Both teams have popped a bit. In comes the blink call on Elder Titan. Tombstone will zone for the time being. Reed's already dead. Lens is trying to kill the Tombstone but can't do so. And now Sauce is hitting him, but Sauce is dropping as well. Tombstone is finally dead, but Radiant certainly will kill him. Surely. And that will be the kill on both Dire side support. So it's currently a 3v5. Hard fight to take. Andy will try it anyways. However, blink call comes in from the Axe. Sauce buys back. Andy's dropping roar on Axe. Andy's kept alive. Sauce TP's into the backline after buying back into the fight. Fourth is swept away by Nova. Andy slow on mana. Fourth is dead. Nova is dead. Dire turned it around. Blink Echo is dodged by Vico. PMA blinks in to bring down Sauce's Spirit to die back on the Furion. But Vico and PMA are both in danger right now. Fisher hits on Zeus. Root Punch ends up going down. PMA's being hunted by Andy Bendy. That's a break, but he's still so low on mana on the Morphling. But in comes Mr. Lens. Mana not needed. Down goes Phantom Assassin. Zeus will get away.
I'm kind of confused why Andy has a Dagon 1.
Maybe he can't afford a Dagon 5 yet.
No, but like, why did he buy Dagon 1 but not 1 upgraded? More like, I'm just really curious. That's all.
Oh. Good question as well, but. Oh, Roshan is gone. You know, I'm going bottom. You guys, I'm out.
You were doing very well.
I mean, they have a 20k gold lead. They might not need the pipe to go high ground after the stages. Oh my god, Roshan is destroying them.
Yeah, oh, he goes down! This is why I'm not allowed to laugh. This is not acceptable.
Dota 2 is such a good game.
Okay, so eventually, despite Roshan's best attempts, he's still dead. By the way,
that was perfect to watch.
He just Andy Bendy cheese to Mr. Lens. Ay ay ay.
Andy's does not have a high HP plus one thing. He's got to be careful.
Well, blink call by the Axe, looking for Elder Titan. In comes Zeus with the combo. Down goes Elder Titan, and just like that, you only have 4. It's time to once again walk away. Or maybe not, actually. Last fight, the Dire won. They fought 3v5, so maybe they don't need 5 arrows.
PMA. Oh, PMA is actually, wow. He really is not. Oh my god, dude. What? He like actually like has not gained gold in a while, which is kind of like, you know what I mean? Like it's a little.
You are correct. He is
little sus.
He does have money problems, right?
Like he's really poor. Like and I don't even know. I wasn't like I had the network charts open, but I wasn't like paying attention to it, and like I'm like actually like genuinely like a little like stumped as to like how did PMA like end up so poor? Did he buy back and then not? No. I don't. Damn, I don't know.
He only has 212 last hits, I guess, which is, I mean, fairly low. Compared to, say, I don't know, Andy, who's at 310, or even like Zeus, who's at the exact same amount you want. Well, we're going high ground. We're going high ground. We're going high grounds. Pipe, not needed. Apparently. Still 2 lives on Andy Bendy. He's upgraded his Dagon just for you, Jim.
Nice.
Radiant Glyph. Axe will get his blink broken. But I'll have it again if he wants to now. Oh god, Reed's diving tier 4 towers. He is swapped in so deep right now. But he's buying time for the racks to die, and he's focusing the melees. Melees are dead.
Yeah, Reed needs to avoid that situation. He has actually does a lot of damage, and he's actually really useful for his team in the team fight. Not the biggest deal. I mean, it ends up just being a total like.
Mr. What is Lens doing? You saw it from Lens there, right? That is an incredibly bold play.
I did not, but I believe you that he attempted to make a bold play.
Goes in solo, tries for a kill on Vengeance, gets away with the summon.
Good for him.
Well, it's time to leave the Radiant base, says the Radiant team. No Filski, no problems. They're tired of simply being in their own base. They've smoked out as 4, but it seems like Sauce is picking up the smoke. It seems like he knows.
Good call. Patrick.
Good call.
Thank you for saying good call.
We have 4 levels in Dagon now, by the way, for Andy.
Yes, it's good. So, I mean, Sauce is like doing fine, and obviously, like he's this team's +5, but he, I could have seen Sauce having a little bit more net worth. He's doing some farm in the woods now though, which is good. Getting the Lotus Orb. Lotus Orb is a good item for his team. They could use an item similar to that.
I mean, it's one of those things where his net worth is this high despite only having 81 last hits. Just a bunch of kill gold and assist gold.
Mr. Lens and Andy both watching the rune, talking it over who gets it very politely.
You don't need it, you have invis. But wait, you also have invis. I want 2 invis. Did he just... Gone. The invis rune's gone. He used it and then immediately broke the invis.
Nice.
Interesting.
I like that.
That shows chutzpah and determination to succeed at all costs.
Well, into the Radiant base we go. Who will die? It's probably some of the Radiant defenders. Dire Smoke has broken on Diesel. Range racks are already dead, and well, suppose it's time to head to the middle lane. There's still plenty more racks to be taken, though never mind. For Cheap being away to defend the lanes, perhaps Diesel and Andy are both gone, which means Lens and Reed are actually quite isolated. If Radiant can figure this out real fast, it can go in right now. PMA should see Reed here. He's picking him out. Nimbus into Dagger is a little bit of lockdown, but they're going to have to let Reed get away, apparently.
Damn. Aegis is gonna expire now. I'm curious what Andy will buy aside from Satanic. I hope he buys the BKB, honestly.
He had a Hex and Quick Buy earlier. If he's really feeling it, maybe he has to add him here.
No, BKB is definitely an item. He might just not want to buy it, that's all.
Because he's done that before. He's done like the sort of like Dagon Hex build on Morphling in other games. So.
Yeah, but like this is
Like he's against like a number of stuns, a Zeus. Yeah. I think that I mean, mostly he's against the Zeus, right? Like, I think if you're Andy, you just you know, you take one for the team and you buy the BKB.
What does BKB do for you if you just dodge all of the abilities, Jim?
You can't do that as Morphling. You have very limited time spent invulnerable during waveform. It's actually not very long.
I know.
If this was the old E-Blade Morphling, you would have had a valid point, but you don't. I literally destroyed you with purely facts and logic.
You did.
I will consume...
Will consume what?
I didn't even really have anything clever lined up with it. Hoping you would just let it slide, bro.
What else am I gonna talk about? Nothing's happening. If you just like said that during a team fight, I would... Oh.
There's a smoke, but
So what?
nothing's happening. I don't see the value of Andy's dig on though. Like there's no way this is a good item to buy. Like this had to be for fun. I can't. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Man, what if Zeus just ulted right now to get vision and he had died there? That would have been so funny.
By the way, speaking of... Wait a minute, he's ulting on Zeus to kill Reed. There's a... If that happened a few seconds earlier, that actually might have killed Andy.
Catwin says hello to you.
I got one.
Catwin also says hello to the Twitch chat. She hopes they're well.
I'm sure they're well. I'm looking at Twitch chat here and there.
Oh my god, Rojo, Fireflu, and Apon are there. Holy shit. Oh my god.
Sometimes you wonder why Reed buys the items he does. You know, I think I figured it out, Jim. I think he's just buying cool items. You know what? I could buy Aghanim's MKB. I can chill with PA. I don't need team for that.
Reed is a really good example of Reed buys items and then uses them for what they do. Like, is this something that like Reed does better than like 99% of like LoD's players? And like people should like people shouldn't copy Reed's builds, but they should like try to adapt their thinking a bit. Because a big problem in LoDs is people like buy items and like they don't like use the items for why you buy them. So like they're just pointless. Like people like in LoDs the most common one is like people will like always like so many carry players always buy a second item BKB, but like they're playing like I don't know, some random shit, and like they're not actually gonna want a team fight yet. Like, you know what I mean? Just Reed, Reed, like he buys the Midas, and what does he do with the Midas, Badger? He farms.
Does farm.
And then what does he do with that gold? He turns into a core, you know?
It appears to be the case. I mean, he certainly has been acting like a core despite dying a lot.
Yeah.
You know what? I can kill the PA. That's my job here. Fight the enemy carry. I am the carry now.
It's something that I give Reed a lot of praise for, because I think it's very, very. I think items are like kind of their own game within Dota. Of like items are super important and they're super complicated.
Boss is incredibly dead, by the way.
You have to actually like use them to shit.
He is dead.
I could not log on to my RuneScape account. Well.
So you tell me the one time that I'm logged out, now you log in?
I wanted to see if my friend was online.
I see.
He's the main, so he could actually maybe join us for TOA kind of soon. He's been kind of grinding, bro.
Very cool, very cool.
Kind of a monster, Badger. I don't even know how he manages to do it, Badger.
You're the expert on him, not me.
Bro, he's online right now. Holy shit, I'm gonna message him.
You do see a 4-man smoke, by the way, from Elder Titan and Silver Metals. They're headed southeast from the river towards the bottom Roshan pits. Roshan, by the way, is a very late spawn. Could be alive, but is not. Diesel leads the way, pops his smoke on Fruit Punch. For now, they'll go in for the Undying. Roar is there. Meanwhile, Lens goes in toward the Venge, but the call will be there on Mr. Lens. Lens is brought down. Reed dies as well, so it's already 2 dead on the dire side. Sauce is incredibly far in. He'll die as well. Can Andy clean things up? He'll right-click down the Venge, but at this point, you're fighting down numbers. Shaker had to buy back into this fight. Diesel still called up, though BKB trying to run. But again, he's being hunted by the Phantom Assassin. Lens now returns. Echo Slam! They're on to the trades for Diesel, but down goes Fourth. And now it's Vico in Vengeful Spirit against the world. Fourth buys back as well. Lens, actually, he has no buyback. He's incredibly deep. He's forced to cheese. Andy is incredibly low on mana as well. Fourth will play call on the Morphling. What a fantastic jump from Fourth. They want the morph. He tries to morph up with the Aghanim Charm, but it does not matter. He's still dead. Now it's Lens entirely alone. And there's enough detection through Zeus spells, perhaps, or perhaps not.
Man, look at that. Like, there's a Zeus on that enemy team, and like you have a really long team fight against them. I wonder how much damage Pipe would have reduced had they had one.
Probably a lot. Probably a lot, Jim.
Statistically speaking, yes, it would have been a lot. Also, check your Discord DMs really quick.
I have checked them. Meanwhile, mid lane, we see a solo kill by Mr. Lens. Free solo kill for Mr. Lens on that one. Honestly, a little surprised Undying did not get one shot there, for being fully honest.
Yeah. I was typing an inspirational message to Squid in the chat, sorry.
That's how it goes sometimes. It's Roshan time, by the way, for those who have been keeping track. I believe both teams know Roshan has to be alive. Reed will scout it with the Spirit. Fourth is just Happen Roshan. Lens has Echo in 10 on the north side in the tree line area. PMA join the pits. Sprout will give vision. Fissure stuns on 2. Morph will be alive in 10. Everyone else is in the bottom lane area, and they've already killed Sauce. One more fantastic blink call by Fourth. Nimbus scouts further, looking for Reed. Look over at Lens. He's looking for an angle on this team fight right now as Andy respawns into the fight. Meanwhile, Reed's incredibly deep. Tried to man by the PA, but could not do so. Swap on Diesel. Diesel's forced to BKB. Blinking by PMA. PMA walks away. Sauce has brought back into the fight. Andy still looking for an angle on the northwest side. Cannot find one yet. Back to the Roshan pit. Roshan's still half HP. Nobody's been able to lock it down yet and kill it. And again, no Filski, no problems, want kills. Good's 2-man stun from Nova. The call onto the Morphling on the south side. Morphling is a 100-0 brought down in the call, and he's got no buyback. And now Sauce has been spotted. He'll try to sprout. He'll end up using himself, but there is no way out of this death. That's a call from Fourth. That'll be a Culling Blade kill, surely. Correction. Phantom Assassin kill. And it will be a Roshan on top of that one. A fantastic win for No Filski. No problems. So,
Wow.
Jim, remember when you were concerned about exactly this happening?
Yeah.
It has happened.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. Honestly, Badger, I feel kind of bad like I jinxed him, but it was just like, you know what I mean? It's just like so obvious.
I wouldn't even call it jinxing. It's more you just recognizing patterns that have happened in previous previous situations with this team. I will say though,
I mean, just in Dota in general, it's hard. It's
Like even if like this was like even if they were playing against noobs, it would be hard to go high ground into them. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. The PMA team is not a team that I know that well. Like I know PMA a bit, and I know like I don't really know like I don't know who Fourth is. I don't really know like the Nova person at all or the Fruit Punch person. But I think they played already too well, so I know of them, but I don't really. But PMA and Vika are pretty good, and I don't know. Their team seems pretty good, but even if they were really bad, it would still be hard. You know what I mean, Badger?
yeah,
Like
absolutely.
it's one of those things where like you guys are gonna have this situation that like almost 100% will happen because you're like not winning the game fast enough, and like you're like not buying. Yeah,
EMA will blink in, looking
yeah,
for the
their
kill
items
on
are
Diesel.
not the best.
Lens backs him up. BKB from the Beast Master into the roar. PA did not BKB, but still has one more life to work with. One life has not been lost yet, however, now it's lost. However, Farth has blinked in for Diesel. Diesel will get Culling Bladed down. PMA respawns him to fight with that Aegis. Sauce is in danger, and Sauce is most certainly dead, so it's 2 for the Aegis. Relatively okay trade for everyone involved, but now the question is, what can you do in that next 90 seconds for the Radiant side?
I mean, honestly, Dire needs to. By the way, at this point in the game, Dire like actually cannot team fight them. By the way,
Oh no.
Dire needs to start playing to Rat and like get like pickoffs and like place random deep boards as NP. And yeah, they need to turn into Rat people, Badger.
You know what
If they
that you know what that means, right?
well, I don't even know if they know that.
We're gonna be here a while. Andy's definitely thinking of he's a rat person.
Well, the thing is, Radiant now actually is like really good at killing Andy, because now the PA is actually a hero that's doing a lot of damage as well, and they have an Abyssal Blade like in like a second. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
Andy is.
I like this by Andy.
Look at, he's literally in the Radiant base. He's got no buyback. He's got a gem. This is
Oh,
incredible.
the enemy team like has some idea that Andy's here, by the way.
Yeah, they scouted with Zeus all through earlier. They have an idea, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They're TPing back. Andy is
Oh,
waiting for one
Andy
cooldown.
doesn't have a blink. He's dead, I think.
Popped in by Nova. Mr.
Lens
Lens
is
tries
good,
to
though.
back him up, but he's just
Yeah,
dead.
just dead.
Gem lost. No buyback on Morphling. This could be time to run it down the mid lane.
I feel bad. I feel like I doomed them to this loss, but I don't know. That's life, man.
Wasn't you that forced him to make bad plays, Jim. This was not your doing. Remember that.
I mean, honestly, I actually think a lot of the plays were fine. I think their items are really. Andy's items are kind of troll, no offense. But honestly, the biggest like none of that matters. They needed to buy pipe. Like, they needed a pipe so bad.
Now, if you think about it, Jim,
like-
opening the shop screen
Yeah.
is a play. Like, it's important to open up the shop screen and press the right button. Oh no, Mr. Lens! Incredibly bold play. One might say ballsy, one might say foolish. Certainly did not pay off at all, though. He's dead for 2 minutes and no buyback.
Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah. You're saying, Jim? Wait, roar, mid lane, fourth will have to run away. Wait, no, fourth can just run in at this point. Diesel has to run away instead. He'll try to Lotus Orb and do something, but again, he might just get run down and kite around here. Rhea will try to save him. He has arrived with the spirits. Sauce TP's in as well, but again, it's time to be very, very careful.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Sorry, Badger. I'm sorry. I was typing. I'm
It's-
here now, Badger.
It,
I missed-
it's okay. You missed. They tried to run a Diesel,
I
and
saw
then
Mr. Lens die, but
and Diesel didn't die.
okay.
Dire's bottom tower is
Mr. Lens.
I mean, Andy has the right idea to rat them, but I mean, it's just really hard to do now. Honestly, like the game, like Dire
Doesn't really have much agency in this game. Like,
under attack.
what I think they should try to do I think the best play is to smoke for either Zeus or PA as 5 and just try to one-shot them and hope they don't have buyback and then go try to win the game. But the thing is, I don't know. Dire might not be thinking about the game in those terms yet, Badger. You know, like they might not be thinking like guys, like we can't team fight them at all. Like we need to either split and then mess up, or we need to smoke for a pick. The thing is, it's actually really hard to Badger at this point in the game. Once the PA has the Ags and they're really mobile and it's late game and
The Zeus ulti. The Zeus ulti is so nice right now. I believe Sauce dies here. He does die here. Did your game just lag?
Oh.
Again?
No. Hello?
Alright, whatever Axe just did broke my game, but the result is still the same. Sauce got absolutely mollywopped and brought to the grave extraordinarily easily. Apparently Mr. Lens is not done. Never mind. Thought he might try to go in and fight. Instead, Radiant will try to fight towards Andy Bendy. Andy, we have blinked on by PA. Missile blade bench done. Damage is far too much, and he's dead again with no buyback. Look at the buyback status, Jim. There is a lack of key dire buybacks.
Andy doesn't die. Stop. The scoreboard is lying. The scoreboard is lying.
I don't think it's lying, Jim.
The scoreboard is lying, Badger. The scoreboard is lying. Don't listen to it.
It is today. Not today, at least.
Badger, do not let the scoreboard trick you, Badger. Yeah, the scoreboard, the scoreboard tries to deceive you, Badger. Okay.
It may be trying to do that, but the problem is that this dire game state. It is
honestly. I do think Radiant seems pretty timid to just go and try to actually win. At this. Oh.
Yeah, they find another kill on the Dire base. They're not too timid. Again, they played a 90-minute game in the playoffs earlier. I think they don't want to play another 90-minute game tonight. They want to end it around minute 55, apparently.
Yeah. Wait, so this is lower bracket semis, you said?
This is the losers' quarters, so it's
okay.
Winner goes to top 4. PMA swapped away by Nova Roar with Eventual Spirit again. There's no Andy, but he can buy back. Reed had used his as well. Andy just got buyback from gold as well, I believe.
Aren't semifinals and wait.
Alright, so it's grand finals, and to feed into that, it's winners finals and losers finals. The loser of losers finals gets third, and then before that.
I'm thinking about what comes what the order is from a tournament has a grand finals and then there's the semifinals, right? So it's not the same as quarters.
The thing is, there's the semifinals, but in a double elimination bracket, usually refer to it in terms of winners bracket terms versus losers bracket terms, where it's winners bracket final, and winners bracket semifinals would be the top 6 games versus loser bracket finals, which is the grand finals versus top 3, and then losers semifinals. So usually you wouldn't etymologically use the semis in a double elim bracket. That help you?
Yes. I mean, well, I think I had already once you started explaining how you viewed it, I understood pretty much right away where the initial disparity was. But I still appreciated you taking the time to help me.
Anytime for you, Jim. Anytime for you. Lens is trying for a. Whoa! He went for the Watcher! Oh no! He's so dead. He's so incredibly dead.
Honestly, dude, Dire should. Badger, I actually think what Dire's doing right now is really bad, or for an out-of-game reason. I think Dire's gonna be really tilted losing this game the longer it lasts.
I think they should have just gone for a YOLO smoke 5 minutes ago, dude. Fuck it. Just go for some YOLO 5-minute and pray to God you just find the PA in some forward spot.
Oh, the blink call from 4th again. Again, he's there. I mean, he's BKB'd and roared. Dire trying to flee from the man known as 4th. In comes the Zeus ulti. There's a blink call for Matt. Never mind, there's no blink call thanks to the Diesel Boar. Pico looks to jump forward, looking for the Beastmaster. Again, Axe will have his blink once again broken, this time by the Reed Spear. Speaking of Reed, he is in the back line with displated by PMA, and, well, His Aghanims form ended eventually. R.I.P. Reed, and that's a dieback, by the way. There's no buyback on the ET.
That's no bueno.
No, it's not. Now Sauce, who was the star of the show in the early game, is now going to be the star of the graveyard. Brought down by 3 at the Roshan pits. And Roshan's about to respawn. If Fruit Punch stays here, and Fruit Punch will. That's a good play from her.
Is Roshan the name of a Yu-Gi-Oh duelist? Because he just took them to the Shadow Realm.
Oh, holy shit!
Man, I should go reread the super OG Yu-Gi-Oh comic. Fuck.
Roshan's dead again. Aegis to PMA. Cheese to wherever.
You know that original the OG comic that like Yu-Gi-Oh is based off of was super dark and fucked up, by the way.
I did not know that.
It was really fucked up, by the way. It was pretty fucked up.
I do want to point out one thing though. Radiant had chance with 2 free. Wait, blink called by 4th. It's on Mr. Lens. Lens seems to be fine. They had a choice of 2 free ags, and instead of consuming it on the Undying, they just sold other ags to consume for other more important hero ags. They sold the Scepter on PA for the Blessing, and then I sold the Scepter on Ven for the Blessing. Instead of giving it to Undying. Feels bad for Undying.
Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, Generation X. Ooh, get your game on. No?
Hold that thought, Jim, because it's possibly time
Sorry.
for the game to end. We do have Sauce respawning. Meanwhile, look at Andy.
Andy's
look
going
at Andy. He's in the Radiant base. He's taking the range backs. He's forced 1 TP. If they can recognize that Zeus is gone, it's time to go jump into the Never mind, they've already left.
To be honest, also Zeus's TP is like 20 seconds. By the way, bro, he has bots too. Well, I think bots 2 doesn't reduce it anymore, right? But he has Spell Prism and he has.
Never mind. I thought for a second there would be an opportunity, but no. Yeah, if it's a 26-second cooldown, there's not much you can do.
Yeah. Badger, you should give it more as a 24-second cooldown, because for the 2 seconds that Zeus is TPing during the initial cooldown, he's actually still at the location, if that makes sense.
Oh no. I know exactly what you mean, but Sauce is dead, by the way.
Yeah. It's a more useful Pierce. Go to...
Oh god. I was looking over, I heard a call from 4th, like, oh, must be calling somebody instead. Reed that's got brought down, and looks like Lens in a lot of danger as well. Blink in by 4th, Axe call on 2, Lens to fall. He has to buy back immediately. D-Sauce has a BKB bashed! And the BKB wasted. Buyback from 3 on the Dire side. Furion, Beastmaster, and Shaker have returned to the game, but again, you're still fighting 5v4. Not even 5v3, because Andy's just out here, he's TP on cooldown, so... This game it's no longer collapsing, it's collapsed.
Dude, no, it's been collapsed for like, dude, it's been
collapsed for like 20 minutes, yeah.
Maybe not 20 minutes, come on, alright.
It's been collapsed for 17 minutes. Regardless,
yeah, like 15.
Mid-racks are about to crumble. Melees have been brought down. Andy returns, breaking the PA, but a blink call comes in from 4th. Echo on 3. Isn't enough to turn it around. I doubt it will be. He's trying desperately. PA loses 1 life, but there's still 1 more to play with. Andy has become the Vengeful Spirit. Oh, speaking of the real Venge, she's still alive. Abyssal Blade on Diesel, that'll be a dieback on the Beastmaster. They head to Sauce, who just respawn and will once again leave the corporeal realm. Over to the Earthshaker on the west side. He's being hunted by 3. Gets brought down by Fruit Punches. I believe right clicks. That'll be the GG call. Game 1 goes the way of no Filski, no problems.
Shit, oh my god, dude. Crazy game 1. That went from one of the most like dominant laning phases to like transitioning to like the early like mid game and stuff like into like fucking off a cliff in a matter of minutes.
Sometimes
honestly, as much as we're saying like, oh, Dire messed up, we should give Radiant props. I think when they were behind in net worth during team fights, they did a really good job of like everything. Like they mostly took team fights and like skirmishes in like the right spots, and like they used their heroes really well together. I actually thought that we were like pretty coordinated. You know what I mean, Badger? Like,
yeah, I do.
Yeah. So
So yeah, we should give props to the PMA team because honestly, they fought their way back into that game. That was
Yeah.
not like just like it's not like they were just randomly chain feeding on Andy's team, you know. I mean, there was some of that, but like.
I'm just a little bit concerned that, yeah,
Dude, that a game like that has to destroy your mental, dude.
absolutely, no doubt about it.
That's and like most people aren't as accustomed to like being stuck in those rat spots as well. A lot of people like hate that shit. Like not everyone is Andy, you know. Not everyone is glad to be in a 60-minute long game as Naga, where he's like, you know, like cutting every wave and whatever. Okay, I do think that Dyer should get rid of PA. I think it's too OP in lads. Oh, yeah. And they're just not like. Okay, Badger, the sad part is they actually did have heroes to end the game fast, right? But like they just kind of like they didn't buy the right items and
They
didn't
opened the shop
execute it.
screen, they clicked the wrong item, and it just didn't work out for them.
Yeah.
And say Andy is BKB earlier and Diesel buys a pipe, you think the game goes nice, easy?
I mean,
win there?
honestly, I think Reach should not have gone right click this game on Elder Titan. I think it was a really bad idea as well. I think the Diesel should have just bought a pipe. I think if Diesel really wanted a BKB, like let's say he was like, I need a BKB, then Sauce should have bought a pipe. I mean, I think the Beast like you don't really want Nature's Prophet to buy the pipe always because a lot of times he comes into the fight like last, like he comes in like at a weird angle or like last or like, you know what I mean, Badger? Like you might not be getting the most effective usage out of the aura when you're starting team fights. Like when you're pushing and he's just standing there with you, like it's fine. But yeah. Does that make sense or
It does, it does.
um but yeah, someone needed to buy it. And then
Okay, so right click ET I think kind of owns PA, which is probably why he went right click ET. But I think against all the other heroes, it was a really bad idea. You know what I mean, Badger? Like, like honestly, Reed could have just bought the pipe. He could have went like Midas pipe, drums or whatever, you know?
Yeah. And surely they'll look at the positives from last game and say, you know what, it's going to be A-okay. But on the flip
I hope
side,
they do.
it's very rare that Fourth has a landing phase that bad. And I don't think he's going to have a landing phase that bad again next. Considering he's, you know,
I mean, as long as he doesn't pick Axe again. There's a lot of heroes that can make Axe like that can like lane really easily into Axe, especially if the Axe players and like the pause 4 aren't like playing really well. Because a lot of times Axes like cheat the first few levels and then like they get strong and they walk at you. But like if you're not doing that, like or you're not like denying together really coordinatedly, the first few levels can be pretty tough for the hero. Cat 1, please. Badger?
Cat One needs to cooperate, but so does Sauce's team right now. Sauce tells me to go. Mr. Lens is not in the slot. If I just press that button, then what would he have done? What would Sauce have done out his middle laner?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's some internal conflict in their team now. Holy
Maybe
drama.
I'd be a little bit shocked given this is a team that's they've literally run it back 3 seasons in a row.
No, but like they've been like really different groups of players, Badger.
I mean, all they've done is the team's 3 players in 3. They went from Shane to Sauce due to Sauce's or not, Shane's real life stuff, and they just changed carries from FN Ultra, mostly the same core, still the same strategic core mostly, right?
I mean, anytime you change out 2 players on a team, bro, that's a whole new team. Like when you change out 1 player on a team, like it's a pretty different team, but it's still the kind of the same old team. When you change out 2 players, Badger, that's a lot of change. Like, do you know what I mean?
Okay, I see what you mean, but again, we were in like the middle of season 11, and they had the Sauce lens thing together. They have not changed that forward, and 2.5 seasons since. It's went from FN to it's ever since like the middle of the group stage in season 11. It's only been carries players.
That's fair.
Obviously, FN, Ultra, and Andy are like the trinity of opposite possible carry players, considering their play styles. But other than that, it's been the same.
I get one.
Cat one.
I
Cat
mean, I
one
feel
out
to
again.
me it's less about playstyles. It's more about like how people mesh together, like interpersonally. Like you know what I mean? Uh, yeah. I'm just more curious like how they're doing after their loss.
Calvin, you want to chill?
They'll recover. Either they'll recover or they won't, and if they don't, they're done. So
Badger, you've got to have a talk with Catwin. Catwin, please.
it sounds like an Andy job, not a me job.
Catwin, please stop. Andy's not home. I don't know what you want from me. I can't replace him. Like you know what I mean, Badger? Like she just wants the impossible, bro. Like I can't be Andy, okay? Like
What can you do?
what? What's so funny?
Lobby chat. You strat and stall me so I tilt out. I see how it is, guys. Oh. G. We can go and play Dota 2 again. Cool.
Let's hear from Twitch chat. What heroes do they want to see next game?
I know the bathroom, Jim. You're good to just be here, right?
Radiant
Yeah. I might get distracted at some point and just stop talking, but if that happens, it happens.
It is what it is. I'll be right back.
Cowan, you have gotta relax. Guys, do any of you have cats that like Cowan guys like Cowan. Yeah, she gets so sad when Andy leaves. I have no replacement. I don't know what to do, man. It's just sad. Alright, Treant ban, Primal ban. Cool.
5 seconds remaining.
I think that they should not let the enemy team play. I think that like Dire should not let like Radiant play PA again. Cause
Radiant team ban.
yeah, okay, there we go.
Dire
That's a good
team
call.
ban. 10 seconds remaining.
I don't really remember what the bans were last game, to be honest, guys. So like, I'm just taking this as a fresh set of bans. All very exciting stuff.
10 seconds remaining.
Honestly, if I was Radiant, I would probably want to ban Nature's Prophet, cause like
5 seconds remaining.
I think Sauce's impact definitely like scaled off, and he could have been a little more useful in the late game. But like Sauce was like destroying them early game, bro. Like, oh my god. Like if I was on Radiant in that last game, I would be so frustrated. Like I hate playing against Nature's Prophet personally. Like if I was being like, I don't know, just chain ganked by like an NP who got like 2 kills like minute 0 and then just like repeatedly like ruined everyone's game on the enemy team, I would definitely want to ban it if I was Radiant, because I personally I hate the hero so much, and Boss demonstrated that he can own with it. This Sven pick, okay. Kind of a similar pick to the PA. Not Sven is not really nearly as 1v9 as PA, but Sven has a way more stable laning phase in early game. Like Sven actually has like a lot of like really good lanes. Honestly, Sven is just like a pretty solid laner for the most part. Especially if you give him like a good range support, or like anything that like just naturally wins lanes like Undying, etc. So I actually personally like, if I was just like first picking my carry, I'd way rather play Sven than PA, because PA was just like it was so sad for so long for PMA. Honestly, pretty impressive that a carry who had like 10k net worth had like when he was getting like almost doubled by Andy, like he actually just stayed chill and won presumably. Like their team, like
10 seconds remaining.
good for them.
5 seconds
Dark Willow.
remaining.
I like this pick a lot. It is both a really good pick
Dire team ban.
for the Dire team in terms of their players, because they have Reed and Sauce, but it's also really good against Sven from the support role. Like the basic gameplay in a Sven is like like lane farm, like get your like
10
blink
seconds
damage item, maybe like your BKB, whatever. Like, but your game plan after you like
remaining.
reach that point is always to like blink and one shot people, and usually who it is the supports. So having a support who like if they react like fast enough, like can never die to you, would be really valuable. Also Dark Willow just really good at kiting out Sven before his BKB, and then once Sven has BKB, like Dark Willow can still just run away during Shadow Realm and then play spells afterwards.
Jim,
I really like this pick. Oh,
Jim, you want to know how I know something's wrong with Dota?
huh?
You
I don't know
want
what's
to
going
know how I
on.
know something's wrong with Dota, Jim? People are just like raw 8-picking PA and Sven. And keep in mind, this is not like the 8-pick
Yeah, but I
when
don't.
it's the old 8-pick. This is a new 8-pick.
I mean, yeah, but like I don't think people are raw like doing that in like at the Dream League, no. Or maybe Sven, but not PA. I don't think teams were like
Radiant team
first picking PA.
I was talking about logical one, and definitely Sven. I think maybe a little bit of PA as well, but it's mostly Sven. But this is like a carry who's supposed to be
I
counterable.
did not watch that much of this tournament, but I looked through the drafts the other day just like out of curiosity, you know. I'm like, oh, what's good? And I never saw. I didn't see PA on the like. I didn't see PA until like after the first pick for each team. Like, oh, it's a single time, and I just, like, yeah, I'm pretty confident it. Badger, here's the thing, okay? Um, this is just the problem with PA as a hero in general. That like it's when it's pretty strong, it's really unfun to play against at lower levels of play, right? Um, like because you still can't really like for just like first pick PA in like a tier 1 or even like a probably like a tier 2 game, like you know what I mean, Badger? Like people are just gonna like abuse you in lane extremely hard, and they're just gonna end the game because like you're PA and it takes you two years to like catch up.
Radiant
Uh,
team
yeah.
This is
Like
true. This is true.
I actually think that PA's honestly probably in actually a relatively balanced spot. The problem is that like PA at like lower levels of play is like just because of the heroes like kit is like extremely unfun.
10 seconds
A lot of the counters to it are like to playing against PA like
5
past the
seconds
early
remaining.
game are like good item usage and like positioning and
Brewmaster.
like proactively using smokes to like hide your supports, or like you know like things like very coordinatedly like winning fast because the enemy team is a fucking PA that doesn't fucking do shit. It
Dire
can't show up to
team
a fight for like 25 minutes.
Even like tier 1 pro teams have often struggled to end games early, and of course the lower down you get, the harder it's to end games early.
Yeah, but I mean like yeah, I actually think PA's probably like PA's honestly probably balanced for competitive play right now. Like, cause PA, there's a reason why like no one picked PA for like such a long time.
5
The problem is that
seconds
like
remaining.
PA's just has such a fucking awful hero design that like yeah.
It is what it is.
I do look forward to it being nerfed though, because like I played against it in RD2L and it was really unfun how this like blurred PA was just like farming my like 2 KMR players. I was like this isn't very skillful, you know what I mean?
It tends not to be. It tends not to be.
I was like you're just abusing the fact that these like guys like are not like
Radiant team
yeah, they just you know they're newer to the game, that's all. They haven't had as much time.
Well, we have Night
Uh
Stalker. We have Lena.
oh
Lena
dude,
was
this draft
banned
has
out
really
last.
progressed. I'm sorry, I haven't commentated in any of these picks.
You have heroes. You have heroes.
I'm sorry, Badger.
10 seconds remaining.
You know, sometimes you just gotta talk about Phantom Assassin. Get it out. Get your thoughts
5
out to the
seconds
people.
remaining.
We have heroes now. What are your thoughts on these heroes?
Uh I like Dyer's Heroes way more. I think this was not a very good Venom pick, to be honest. I don't really get why they like picked Venomancer. Like when they saw like
They're just like Veno. I mean, Nova's a big Veno player. I think
um
Fruit Punch also. It's probably gonna be 4 Veno if I had to guess, but
well, okay, I was gonna say it is a very strong lane with Sven, but like I don't think you'd pick Veno just for the lane with Sven, and I just don't think like okay, to be honest, Dyer kind of bailed out the Venomancer pick a little bit by picking Night Stalker. Night Stalker actually really hates new Venom Ultimate.
Dire
Um,
team ban.
I don't know if you've ever like watched a Badger or like experienced it, But if you Venomancer old Night Stalker, like he's gonna be depressed during his ultimate because he'll be like so slow. You know what I mean?
Incredibly slow.
And he can't itemize it against that except for Blink Dagger to dodge it, which honestly isn't that hard if your hands are like even kind of like pretty like if Venomancer casts his ultimate from max range and you have a Blink Dagger and you don't dodge it, like you probably shouldn't be playing core and lads. You know what I mean? Because it's actually like a really slow projectile. Yeah.
By the way, I have an update. So as the series has been going on, the other playoff series to determine the other hot and loser semis has been going on with Cat Boys and Colt of the Big Fry. They're currently in game 2. It seems like Colt of the Big Fry are up 1-0. However, they aren't necessarily in a secured win. It's a very close game 2, so it could be out to a game 3 in that series. Matty and Buffalo are that one.
My God, what if we end up in 3 60-minute long game series tonight, Badger?
I mean, for being
no.
technical, we're on pace to be done at like tonight. Last
Badger,
time,
that's not gonna happen, right?
I mean, last time I did that, I got sick and literally did not recover. The last 2 weeks of my life have been so miserable because I've been. So lads literally tried to kill me. If it happens again, I need to take a break from casting. I think.
Okay. I hate lads.
Hey, no, don't be so mean to lads. Don't be so.
You're telling me that you just told me they're trying to kill you.
Who doesn't try to kill me?
Most people, Badger. Most people don't try to.
You'd be surprised.
Badger, I would not be surprised. I promise you, 99.99999% of people in the world don't try to kill you. Okay.
Well, 99.999% interact with me. Of those who do interact with me, percentage is higher than you might.
I don't think it is, Badger, because I'm thinking it's like two to 3 people.
It's more like 2 to 3%.
No. Okay, I don't count like the betters. I don't count the gamblers because they're not even human beings.
A whole base.
5 seconds remaining.
Like the people who like gamble on esports and then like harass people like about it, like because yeah, like those people are like not really human beings.
I'm not gonna stop you from saying that.
They're like
Now select your heroes.
like I remember when you would watch in a Twitch stream of an esports game, whatever the game was, and there was no discussions of gambling or 322 or like or you know what I mean? Like no one was betting. There was no.
You know what made it even worse? Live betting made it worse. Because
Yeah.
before it was angry gamblers, now it's angry gamblers spoiling the game too. They got even worse.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like Badger. It's so cringe.
By the way, though, we have an Andy Bendy.
I miss
Terry
watching League of
Kemper.
Legends tournaments and there being no gambling talk.
For good times. Now it's bled into even like real sports. You turn on like an NFL game, right? Like the panel with like Terry Bradshaw and James Brown and all these like old ass dudes. Like, yeah, let's discuss betting lines and like, what the fuck? You're like,
I mean, I'm sure they get.
65.
I'm sure they just get paid to do it now.
Oh, they absolutely do, but the fact there's demand for it is what can you do sometimes.
Yeah. Gambling isn't really great. I think.
Either way, I talked with Vico about Pangolier. Vico is an incredibly good Pangolier player, but he hates the hero. He recognizes that it's a hero that's so easy to play and so low skill. It's like, you know what, sometimes you gotta play Pangolier.
Honestly, the hero with Diffusal Blade has just been too good. Like that's kind of actually the real problem with like Pangolier is that like Diffusal Blade ever since I got buffed like a while back, it's like, oh, Pango can't be a bad hero because he can buy this item. You know what I mean? It's actually like pretty, in my opinion, it's not. It's in my opinion, it's pretty cringe, and that's the actual problem with Pango. Is like, if you buy Diffusal Blade on Pango Badger, the amount of like damage you're getting for the gold is like, and then you also get a slow that you can 100% proc because you have like insane mobility. You know what I mean? Like it's just really disgusting.
I wholeheartedly agree, I could sit here and listen to you rant about Pangolier for like 31 straight minutes and I wouldn't stop you, but unfortunately I'm going to have to because if you are just joining us, welcome to game number 2 of no Filski, no problems on the Radiant side, who won game 1, taking on Elder Titan and Silvermells on the Dire side. For the latter side, the Dire side, this is their tournament lives on the line. If they lose this game, they will go home tied for 5th place. If they win this game, it's a winner take all. Game number 3 against Badger. I'm joined by former DP player Strawberry Shark, and we're already seeing once again more action. Saw it last game, we'll see it again this game. Smoked on up, headed into the enemy jungle. Mr. Lens and company are wrapping on a round. Mr. Lens' smoke is broken though. Vico saw that. Now Diesel will perhaps lead the way from the low ground, but it's walking right into Sven and Grimstroke. Stormbolt, Inks, that's a lot of damage coming into Diesel. Diesel will end up eventually dying. However, first blood goes to Sauce and the Eventual Spirit. Fruit Punch will get vengeance on Diesel. So again, Sauce secures that first blood. Dire now want to bring down the Axe. Axe is still running away. Axe will end up surviving. So 2 games in a row. It's a winning fight for Sauce. And in 2 games in a row, Sauce gets first blood. It's a good day to be Sauce, Jim. It really is. Well, not anymore, but after game 1, it's not, but... Early game it was. Hey Jim, is Fizz scary good in competitive league? Because Shane is asking right now.
Okay, to be honest, I don't actually watch competitive League because League is an incredibly boring game to actually watch. Because at the highest level, League of Legends is a game that discourages making a mistake that it's incredibly boring to watch, in my opinion.
You don't want to watch SKT get 3 kills over EDG's 2 kills in a 90-minute game?
It's gotten better. It has gotten better, Badger. But to me, the way in which competitive League of Legends is played is unbelievably boring.
Wait, is Rita's dead?
Unbelievable.
This is dead on Rita. Nova, you know what? You want to fight? I'll fight. And fight. He's gonna kill the courier. He's going to kill the courier. Yes, this courier, the game's over. You'll have the courier, never mind.
I don't think the game would be over because of that, though, Badger.
The Dire Throne would instantly fall. The series would be over, Jim.
What was I gonna say? To be honest, with this Ember pick, I'm a little... I don't know if this is actually the best Ember carry game, but on the other hand, I think Andy's so good at it, and it's kind of a... if you're just playing better than everybody in the lobby, and because Andy was owning pretty hard last game, and if he does that again on Ember, it's a very good hero for it. And if Andy gets really ahead this game, which is very possible, he could pretty easily stomp team fights for a really long time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the lockdown.
Overall, this game though, by the way, I would definitely favor. I would favor Dire Draft, but not by that much. But I would definitely favor it because one thing, Badgers, they have 2 supports that are gonna really suck into Night Stalker the entire game. Venomancer less so, but even then, these supports can't hide. You know what I mean? And especially for Grimstroke, not being able to hide is pretty bad. Yeah.
Time to buy Blink Dagger on Grimstroke. Blink Dagger Force Staff. Run the hell away.
Yeah, they should get a Force and a Glimmer probably. Because cores never carry detection because they're pigs.
I mean, Night Stalker gems are classic. I wouldn't be that surprised if it happens.
Oh, Andy's team is a team that I've been dude, people need to buy dust. So yeah. Oh.
Yeah, again, trading top lane Gale there on Andy. Ramble Maze will be a little bit off the mark from Reed. Meanwhile, we're seeing bottom lane, as you mentioned, PMA go in on Sauce. Diesel has the body blocks, however. So, again, decently sized fights in both side lanes, and nobody died.
Yep, that was very accurate, Badger.
Well, they'll go in for PMA anyways. So PMA has been given a Lotus by Fruit Punch. Sauce will end up surviving for now. One more right click will do the job. However, Diesel will zone away PMA. So fun fact in the lore, PMA and Fruit Punch are, I believe they're boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't think they're fiancés, but they are a long-term relationship there.
Oh my god, and they lane together? That's so cute.
Yeah, yes, it is.
Oh my god, that's actually so cute. What the hell? I've got a rooting for them now, bro. Oh my god.
Speaking of, Andy Benny's being gone on top lane. Call comes in from flop. I believe Andy will try to walk away here, but it's just too much damage. What can you do? And now Reed is in a lot of danger as well, but with that Shadow Realm, he'll be fine. What were you saying?
One sec, give me 1 second.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
What was I gonna say? Fuck.
Reed still died?
Yeah. Reed did not buy enough regen for this lane is one thing, by the way. I remember what I was gonna say. Badger, I feel like if I played with my significant other, like if you were to do that, like I feel like most people wouldn't want to lane with them, right? Like cause like people get stressed during laning, bro, and like I would not want to deal with that. What are your thoughts on this hypothesis, Badger?
Most players do. I mean, I happen not to be one of them. I don't really get stressed during laning phase. I just kind of walk up and hit things. But
that's pretty base, Badger.
even when I played carry, I still wasn't that stressed about laning. I mean, mid lane, okay, I was, but like when I play side lanes, I usually don't get too stressed about.
Interesting. Side laning is way more stressful to me, bro. To be honest.
Maze is playing support, and it's less stressful because nowadays I don't get too stressed about it anymore.
Well, to be fair, it's okay. I think that side laning as both the core and the support is kind of stressful because if you're really thinking about it, there's a lot of things going on that you have to interact with, like both pull camps, like Lotus, the Lotus pools. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like places to position to like do stuff. Currently.
Yeah.
It's actually like pretty involved.
Yeah, it is.
But that's beside the point.
Yeah, sometimes you miss the timing. You miss the timing. It is what it is. Yeah. That's how it goes in.
Yeah. That's how it goes on our last team at least. Lanes aren't real, anyways.
Either way, we see Fourth just running at Reed right now. Call will be there. I believe Reed still survives. Bramble Maze will be there just for fun. Fourth is just... he's playing Axe. Meanwhile, bottom lane's a 2v2 fight, breaking out. PMA will get Nick's wall placed upon him. Diesel will not get stunned. And everyone's going to be A-okay. Though, we're seeing a fight over this top lane right now because Lens is rotating in. Fourth has been caught. Laguna. Raw gets used on Fourth into that Dragon Slave to bring him down. Nice rotation from Lens to dislodge the Axe from the top lane.
They killed their opponent. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, 7 minute wisdom's coming at Badger. Badger, run to the wisdom rune, quick.
I'm walking.
Badger, go fast. Badger, faster.
I'm scrolling the cursor. Don't worry. Oh, it's not even there yet. We have 30 minutes. We're still 30 seconds away.
I know, but Badger, you need to start walking there now. Do you have boots?
I do have boots, actually. Okay. We're seeing bottom lane Inkswell on Sven, but he's stunned by the Venge. Meanwhile, top lane's a fight as well, where Reed ends up going down back to the bottom lane. It's still Diesel running forward. It is nighttime, which is the right time for the Night Stalker, but he's not quite strong enough yet. Alright, we know one rune will definitely go to Veno. The question... oh, it's going to be one to Veno, it'll be one to Willow. Okay. But both teams get one.
Cool. That was a good story, Badger.
Andy really going to go for this rune? Andy. That's too greedy, Andy. Oh, he'd around it. He's fine. Never mind. Apparently Colt and a Big Fry must have won 2-0 over Catboys. I've been raided by Mattior. Welcome to the viewers from the other losers bracket quarterfinals. Thanks, Mattior and Belfast for casting, and thank you for the raid, Mattior. But this is game 2 of the other series. Game 1 went the... wait, speaking of... well, hold that thought, because top lane, Andy has to remnant away, but... see, bottom lane as well, action there, but game 1 went the way of Mo Filski, Mo Problems in an epic comeback victory. ET and Silver Metals had a 25,000 net worth lead, but they threw it in the mid game, and now it's their tournament lives on the line. Although so welcome.
I mean, what?
Oh, top lane, Andy is incredibly screwed right now. Guess somehow Remnant and T. There's no way. There's no way. How did that work? How did that work?
I do want to say that I think the PMA team actually played the comeback pretty well as well. I mean, when you're up that much with their heroes, it was definitely Andy's. Like it was Andy's team's game to throw. But to be fair to the PMA team, they put in some pretty solid work. So yeah.
By the way, mid lane Pangolier died. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Diesel has ascended. Andy rotates in. Shane's on Sven. Sven have Nyx on top of him. Nova TP's in. And now it's a dead Diesel with an alive PMA.
Oh, Andy, oh my God,
on Andy, and Andy's dead. It's a double kill for Grimstroke, and now it could be a third. PMA has Stormbolt in 7. Nova has, well, no mana, but Reed does not have Shadow Realm.
Dude, Dire is falling apart a little fast.
Might be a
There-
fourth
there's-
kill. It's a roll from Vico. Oh no.
Oh,
This is
Sauce
not what
is
you
dead.
wanted if you're an ET fans. Well, that's 4 dead bottom lane for nothing. That's a 4 for 0.
Middle tower is under attack.
This is not looking good for Dire a little bit. They're kind of also they're just like they're playing like. Ooh. No,
They're
there's
diving
actually
for
no.
Vico.
do they
LSA, Dragon Slave onto Pangolier. Pango will attempt to get away with the double damage room. Meanwhile, Radiant are focusing down the Lina. Mr. Len's in a bit of danger right now. Gets right clicked down by Nova. The trade will be for Fruit Punch, but
Oh,
Vico brings
Diesel.
down Diesel. Now, again, it might even be a 2 for 2 thanks to Reed, but again, that's definitely not what you wanted. You trade 2 cores for 2 sups. That's not a good trade at all.
I mean, Andy's getting gold. He definitely does not have the start that you want from an Ember carry, but it's certainly not like game over or anything. Mr. Lenz's game is pretty okay. I think Mr. Lenz is gonna have to put in a lot of work because his teammates need assistance around the map. You know.
Oh no,
Like-
Reed got a little bit too bold and gets blinked and called down by 4th. It's a regen room for Vico as well. I know what you mean, but there's also a crumbling going on.
Things are going wrong.
There was an exact point in game number 1 where it turned around, and from that exact moment, nothing has gone well for them.
I will say that like. Oh.
They're going in
Looking
for
up
Mr.
teammate
Sven bottom lane. They'll 3v1 against Sven. His half HP has 6-1 charges as well. In come the TPs, and down goes Sauce. PMA slaps him down. He's red, he's angry, and now he's 238 gold richer.
The PMA team like had such an insanely like big deficit early game last time, and now they're looking pretty good. Like, I feel they're playing this early game a lot better now that they're not like like behind like 3K at like minute 8 or something. Like things are shaping up for them, and a little worried for Dar.
Yeah, again, it's a lot easier to play the game up 3k rather than down 3k at minute 11. So.
Yeah.
At this point, no Filski, no problems are not interested in sitting back and doing nothing, though. They're putting the pressure on. They've smoked up as kind of like 3.5 here. Again, they're playing behind Nova. Perhaps they're baiting the Veno, but instead they'll temporarily head to this dire side jungle. With focus low on duration, they've run into Sauce. Not the ideal target. Vico surely will kill him. Meanwhile, bottom lane, they're going in for Andy. Andy has a remnant. Back over to Sauce. Sauce is incredibly dead. Back over to Andy. He's incredibly fine. They don't even want to go on him.
A little something extra for the effort.
In the river, Invisrune will go the way of Mr. Lenz, but in comes Pangolier looking for a fight. Roll has been used. Blink call by 4th. LSA will, I believe, actually miss. Not that it matters that much for Reed. He'll end up dying to the Culling Blade once again. That's 2 Culling Blade stacks for 4th. Lenz with the aforementioned Invisrune will remain alive. This mid T1 tower is still under attack right now. Dire Glyph. It will not be refreshed, actually, so that's something to keep in mind.
To be
for
honest,
later.
I'm trying to think of what timing Andy's team can fight around them where they'll be really strong. And the problem is that, like, I mean, Andy still needs to get Battle Fury. He's not even very close to that. Night Stalker is incredibly poor, and I honestly think that Diesel needs to just
Straight up go buy a BKB. I think if he decides to like make this Echo Saber, even if he disassembles it, he will just like be useless. Yeah, he's actually unbelievably far away from it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
The further this game goes on as well, the more that that no Filski are winning the farm war. Like, they're not even getting that many kills if Leeds extended another 3,000 gold in 4 minutes! Oh no. I want you to open up the graph, Jim. Open up the graph. Look at these lines.
I'm trying, Badger. I found it.
Just,
Oh, no,
if you
Badger.
are a ET Silver Medals fan, you're not quite shitting your pants yet, but it's time to get really scared. It's not good.
Overall, pretty standard items on the Radiant heroes. Yeah, nothing crazy. Reed is going a Witchblade, so he's doing his battle build.
I'm down. I'm down with that. Like, I do not think that he has time to just kill and scale. You know what I mean, Badger? Like, he's gotta he's gotta buy a Witchblade and hit them, not buy a Midas and hit creeps.
And he's about to look to hit opponents in the top lane because there's a 3-man Dire-sided smoke. Headed towards that top lane area, perhaps they'll Twin Gate bottom. Sauce
They could maybe
warding.
find Sven there. I'm pretty sure that. Oh nope, they're no longer going.
They know where the axe is. Not the easiest kill to get for multiple reasons, but if they can get it, it's a big kill.
To be fair, Axe isn't the tankiest yet. Honestly, they could definitely get this kill with some like decent spellcasting.
Oh, they broke
Right.
his blink. Ascension from Diesel. That's what they needed to bring him down. Again, they will eventually get him. Swap just for good measure by Sauce. Meanwhile, though, mid lane, they bring down Mr. Lens. Andy wants Vengeance. He's looking for the Venomancer. Veno is very low, but now next to the Fusel Blade, Andy's low on mana. But he couldn't get the kill there. Over into the river on the west side, it's Fruit Punch being gone on by Diesel and Sauce. The Grimstroke certainly will die, but she got a Soulbind off before she died. Stormbolt hits onto Diesel is the focus. He is now dead. They'll move to Sauce. He's not far behind. It's a 2 for 3 across the map again. Favor of no Filski, no problems. And again, the name appears to be accurate this game. They've got no Filski, and they've really got no problems right
Radiant's bottom
I-
tower is under attack.
I'm trying to think when Radiant can really like. Because one thing is Badger is that Radiant's actually relatively bad at Roshan, and they're pretty bad at hitting tier 2s. So that actually is one big thing that I wasn't really thinking that the Dire has going for them in terms of like Dire's behind a lot right now, so the fact that Radiant's like draft is pretty bad at doing objectives is pretty. It's pretty good for them, you know. I didn't really consider this before, but their options for towers and Roshan are pretty.
Multiple fights breaking out. Bottom lane, Andy goes down. Mid lane, Nova got away from 3. Just that Glimmer Cape. LSA, Bramble Maze is there into the Terrorize. Surely they'll finally kill the Venomancer. It's a 1-for-1 across the map now. The Vico has a roll, but the roll will end up going back towards Reed instead. Blink call from 4th. There onto the Dark Willow. Dark Willow certainly is dead. So again, it's not a favorable 2-for-1 because you lose the core of the Andy Bandier Spirit, and Andy's not the beefier yet. Well, over to PMA. PMA's a big man with a big sword, and he's fine.
Are scanning.
He just walks away.
Yes.
Dire's middle tower is
Well, Lena, I really hope Lena doesn't make a Yules. I don't know. They shouldn't make a Yules. Mr. Lens needs to like Mr. Lens is the only player on his team who's like strong,
under
like
attack.
you know, who has like a decent amount of gold. Like, okay. I think Mr. Lens is not buying the Yules. That's really good, Badger. That's really good, because he needed to buy things that would let him kill people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I think the idea was no one else is going to buy the Yules this game, so I need to eat it for the axe, but I agree with your line of thought there. It seems like Lens is doing that as well. He's going for this Kaya into Ags build.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I think that you really should just buy the Kaya first, or I mean the Aghanims first, and then go back for like E-Blade. But I'm fine with this. It's just really important he buys damage.
He needs to like, and yeah, he needs to do a lot for his team. This needs to be like, if Dire wants to come back, Mr. Lens needs to be like the star player for a while, you know? Like,
Yeah.
Diesel and Andy are both really far away from being able to be like the star, like kill the enemy team like core heroes that like they want to be. Yeah.
They both need at least one more item. In the case of Andy, probably more like 2 items on top of that beefier. So there's got to be Lens. Again, he's #1 net worth on his team by a country mile, but he's still behind all 3 of these Radiant side cores. So it's, again, perhaps time to smoke up mid lane. Or maybe not. They have no smoke. This is time to do nothing instead. Okay.
Yeah. I'm really curious what Pangolier will build now. By the way, I wonder if he'll go a Basher for like holding down the Lina better, or if he'll just go Axe for damage. I think someone on Radiant should buy some team items. Honestly, they could try to win.
I mean, they don't really have a great buyer of them, and I'm sure Venom can. I mean, he's buying a Lotus Orb.
Yeah.
Not really what you. Not really what you meant, though, is it?
No, I was more thinking like, oh, they should themselves get a pipe, because like with how ahead they are, at some point they're gonna want to push, and at some point they're gonna be dealing with Lina.
Bottom lane, Ascension from Diesel. Venomancy has been used. Blink. In goes Sven. Down goes Night Stalker. Sauce attempts on the Venom. Venom's somehow still alive. At this point, that'll be a dead Vengeful Spirit. That's 2 dead on the Dire side. They'll look for Lens, and actually they'll look for Andy as well. Andy has been caught in the Emerald. He remnanted away. Back over to Lens. He's keeping away just fine. Back over to the west side. It's Reed juking away, but it seems like Reed has juked things out. Problem is, you lose 2 and you're going to lose a tower. It's just dead everything. It's dead everything.
Death upon us.
If you're a fan of ET and Silver Medals, it is indeed death upon you. I'm sad for that. I thought maybe we'd win, but that appears to not be the case. All right, Jim, walk me through this win. Say you're Andy right now. Walk me through this win condition. How do you win this game still?
If you're Andy,
Yeah, say you're shot calling for your teammate. What's your?
oh, what do I tell my team to do?
What is like the route to actually?
Yeah, I gotta think about it for a second, to be honest.
This is obviously a hard situation to be in. Yeah.
I actually do think that like I do think if the game goes super late, I'd prefer to be playing Dire, because like they can get like Aeon discs and like Aeon disc and like okay. When Sven and Axe BKBs get low in longer fights, and like Night Stalker has a lot of items, I think that Dire can pretty easily kite fights. Like I don't even think it is that hard for them. Like as long as they start the fight with like Night Stalker ultimate up and they have good vision, like they can itemize and play to take like team fights later on in the game. And to get to the later on in the game point, I think Andy like just like needs to keep like playing side lanes. I think Mr. Len should like keep playing side lanes, but I think that I think that like Reed and Sauce and Diesel should like probably look for like smoke pickoffs on like anyone possible, when it's nighttime, and when it's daytime if they can get a good kill. Like if those 3 heroes keep ganking people, Badger, it'll just buy time for Lina and Ember to farm, and it's a pretty decent like game for the Lina. Like they have Venge Swap, they have Night Stalker ultimate for vision and frontline. Like they have like they have 2 melee heroes to stand in front of them in the team fight. Yeah. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. It is all eyes on Cuba's very own Mr. Lens, but well, I suppose for now our eyes must turn to the Roshan pit, because for the first time this game, for the I believe 5th time this series, Roshan will die, because well, that's Dota 2 for you. I'm guessing Edis goes to Pangolier here, right? Oh, it's going to go Sven, actually. Okay. A little bold, but they give the Sven and not Pangolier. Now, Sven's kind of a notoriously bad Edis carrier, but at this stage of the game, I don't think it really matters.
I mean, they really should have gave it to Pango, to be honest. Like, yeah. Oh, I really don't like the Pangoliers buying a Manta.
Buying a Manta?
It's not that weird, but I don't like it this game at all. This isn't that weird. I think this game, like, there's too many things that you want to dispel or dodge that like buying a Manta is like completely pointless. Like if you're gonna buy a Manta as Pango here, I feel like you should just buy a BKB or like I don't know, like a Wind Waker or something. Honestly, fuck it.
Likely the case. Seeing a bit of action break out
Not
in
a fan of it here.
multiple places, but Seems like nobody's actually getting caught here. Fourth on the north side's in a little bit of danger. He'll blink in for the Venge, but he's entirely alone right now. Steam is on the way, but apparently he doesn't need a Steam. He solo kills the Venge anyways. See a TP away by Dark Willow. Meanwhile, it's Diesel on the run, but it's daytime. Which is not the right time for Night Stalker. It's time for you to die. PMAs and inks fall upon him. Will end up stunning and bringing down the Night Stalker nice and easily. That's 2 more kills, 1 on the offlaner, 1 on the top. Perhaps they'll parlay that one into a tier 2 tower top lane. They've got options. Wait, they have no waves. They can't really do that, but they have options.
That's your great word choice.
Thanks, Jim.
No problem.
I'm concerned. I mean, I've been concerned for the last, like, 12 minutes, but I'm still concerned.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, Dire needs to become rats, and then they need to go chill for a while, and just, like, they cannot be trying to, like, fight the enemy teams really like that.
Andy knows he must be a rat. He's being a little rat Ember bottom lane. Picking that T1 tower. Sure, his top tower is gonna crumble here, but you know what? It was gonna crumble anyways.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Pico, never mind, he's got Blink Dagger, he's fine. Let's see, just blinks into Sauce actually. Swap further forward. He'll roll up to dodge that Cursed Crown stun into the roll. He'll roll under that mid-side T2 tower. For now, Vico's going to be alive. Again, it seems like Vico is not smiling, he's not crying, he's simply chilling.
Very true. Give me one moment, Badger, sorry.
By the way, if you catch that reference, then you are a real lads enthusiast. But over to the mid lane, the fight. Never mind, it will not happen because Vico once again blinks away. Instead of Veno taking his place. Like, you know what? If Veno dies, Veno dies. Much less significant death than the Pango in this. Over to Andy. What is Andy doing? He's having a fun time. Over to the mid lane, they'll blink in on Sven to bring down Dark Willow. Dark Willow is absolutely eviscerated. Sauce will TP away. It will be in time. There was no hero in range that could have canceled that one. I believe Stormbolt is still on cooldown. Over to the bot lane, though. LSA, the Laguna Blade combo, 4th hero Linga, so BKB on Axe and Call, trying to bring down Mr. Lens, but cannot do so. Important kill there for the Dire side. However, it seems like their no-Filski, no problems are unfazed. They wanted to still siege mid, but with the Dire Glyph being refreshed in that tier 2 top dying, will end up being a dead push middle lane for now. They'll end up smoking away as 4. Perhaps they'll look to use the tail end of that smoke with the respawn on the axe, but it's a bit awkward time. Probably seems like more of a panic retreat smoke than anything else. Yes, wait a minute. This is not a panic smoke. This is an opportunity smoke. They're looking to get some kind of pick off on these split Dire heroes. Easier said than done when you're going on the Ember, but if you get it, that's a big kill. Problem is, he's Ember, he's got the defensive Remnant, and he's got the Blink Dagger, so... Yeah. You know, we'll go on a much easier target, which is literally anybody else. Literally anybody else, Jim.
I mean, okay, the thing is, Radiant's gold lead isn't ballooning. Like, Badger, you've been very doom about Dire, and don't get me wrong, Dire's in a tough fucking spot, but honestly, like, the gold lead isn't going, like, too crazy. Like, they're still getting gold onto Andy and Lena. The game is bad, but, like, it's really not, like, completely doomed bad, you know what I mean?
I agree, I agree.
I think we've been overselling how much danger that the Dire's in.
I mean, it was worse 5 minutes ago than it was now.
Yeah.
It's stabilizing game state. The game state is stabilized. It's like it's almost like, you know, I'm not sure how if being in a hospital, right? You just gotta stabilize the wounds, and if you stabilize it, you stop the bleeding, it's good to
go. Okay, so let's see. I think that Radiant should get a... Nah, I don't know. At this point, I don't think you really buy a pipe. It might be too... I don't know, but they need to... Radiant should try to break high ground with next stage, just to be honest.
It's kind of... I'm a little worried now for Radiant actually in the reverse situation. I think they've been playing the game really well, but I think they also could have a hard time going high ground. You know what I mean? It
Yeah,
could be like the literal reverse.
it really could be. And again, we're certainly going to be waiting on that second Roshan to respawn. If Filski, Mo Problems get lucky, it could be in about 2 minutes. But if they're unlucky, it could be closer to 5 minutes. So all eyes will be once again on Roshan, who will
Can I ask
continue
you
his.
a random question.
Go for it.
Do you know of any Ancient 2 like support players that would be available tomorrow night for Priority to All?
Not the top of my head, but I surely have more than one of them added.
Okay.
Not too hard to find
Think of some Ancient 2 or like slightly lower.
Well, what is Shane right now? Is Shane below Ancient 2? Because if he is, he's surely the best possible pick here.
Yeah, but isn't he kind of like isn't he like a little sandbagged?
Do the RD2
I don't know if
admins know that?
I don't want to try. I don't want to be a rat. Okay. I think that sounds. I think the idea of that sounds really unfair. Like.
It is. That's why I brought it up.
I know, but like that sounds like really mean. Like,
Oh,
I
bot
don't
lane.
wanna-
Good
I
call
don't wanna do
from fourth. But Culling Blade down Diesel. Diesel did get that bottom tier 2 tower, though.
Gold for me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top
I'll scroll through my friends list later, see if I have any Ancient 1, Ancient 2 sort of support players that is. What time is it
Sure.
tomorrow?
9 p.m. EST.
Okay, I will inquire if I can find the right people.
Sure.
If you in the Twitch chat are a low Ancient support player and are available at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, go inquire with him.
Dire's bottom tower is under
That's the one problem with lads, right? Is there aren't that many Ancient 2 players lying around. Mostly, like,
Yeah.
you know, at the lowest High Divine players. Nova's in a lot of danger right now. Stun from the Vengeful Spirits into the LSA into Laguna Blade.
Every time you say Nova, I kind of think of Seven Kings dog. To be honest.
We are to see a Blink hit by Axe, by the way. Both Lita and Dark Widow were brought down, led to the Vengeful Spirit, who certainly will die as well. It's absolutely destroyed by the cement there in the river, so it's 3 more. 3 more deaths on the dire side.
I wanna ask in like all chat, no, but do you have a fluffy coat and like you enjoy chewing on things lots? Like what if this is just Sev's dog playing on like their team?
Is Sav's
You know what I
dog
mean?
like 3 months old or something? I mean,
Yeah, I am.
quite young to be this good at Dota.
Bro, what are you saying about their dog?
Well, think about it, right? Think about like usually like the top tier Dota players who are super young. They're like 14, 15 years old, the youngest. Sev's dog is like 3 months old. I think a little bit too young.
Dogs age way faster. Come on, bro.
Not that fast though, right?
I don't know, man. I'm not a dog expert.
Neither am I, but I mean, there's no way 3 months in dog years is like 15 years in human years. And even then, you're missing thumbs. Don't you need thumbs?
Dude, you could definitely find a like configuration to play Dota without thumbs. For sure there's a way to do it. People play Dota with like no hands. Like I'm sure that they can play without thumbs.
Okay, good
You know what I mean?
counterpoint. Good counterpoint.
Like there are people who are is the term paraplegic?
Probably beyond. That'd be quadriplegic, right?
Okay, yeah, but like I know that there are people like that who like play Dota, so like clearly it's possible. Like, not having a thumb would not be a big deal for the dog, bro. Listen, it's got a snout, all right? It's got ears. It's got like 2 paws, bro. I don't know. Could figure something out.
I guess if there was like a dictator of like a country and they really just love Dota, they could find out the answer to this.
Yeah.
They could spend like the next 30 years of their life, like, all right, pouring billions of dollars into
Oh,
the
Andy's
dogs
going
playing
an
Dota
E-Blade.
program.
This is super interesting. Is he gonna like? Oh no, wait. I'm clicking on Mr. Lens.
That's actually a much more interesting item than he played.
Oh, Andy has a rapier queued up already. Wow. Damn. Okay.
I like it. That's cold blooded from Andy. That's.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to have a lot of confidence in your own ability to go for like a raw minute 36 rapier on Ember Spirit like this with no big KB.
Yeah, he has no Lincolns, he has no Manta for Dispel, no Satanic, Let's see if his teammates have any Dispels for him.
Got BKB and he's got, I think, an allied bonus. That's it.
I mean, to be fair though, he does have a
He's got swap,
Vengeful
he's got
Spirit,
swap.
and he does
Speaking of
have
swap, he'll swap away the Pango right now. Andy, still be in the front lines with the slight chains there onto the Grimstroke. Smash right to the team fight, looking in for Traps at our side backline, so Blink in, but Andy has a great dodge on that Sven initiation, and now Sven will head to Lena, but Lena has the LSA and the E-Blade. Back over to Axe, Blink calls upon the Venge. Venge gets brought down, but if it's only Venge dead, it's a fantastic fight for the Dire side.
Yeah.
I mean, not fantastic, but it's bearable. Problem is, now Reed's been caught as well. Call from the Axe on Dark Willow with a lot of Sven damage, and now Mr. Len's off the
Mr.
Aghanim to
Lenz
get
is
away.
he's no longer flying. He actually could die here.
But he does have Blink, so Blink and TP. Problem is now Diesel gets caught. So sure, Lenz gets away, but Diesel most certainly will not. Even if he BKBs, he will not survive. He accepts his death. He's called down by
I'm
the
trying to
Axe.
think what Mr. Lenz could buy for just pure damage. Like, maybe Octarine Core to cast more spells. Like, I don't know. Dagon?
You know what item gives you?
Nah, Dagon's really bad.
Well, very proud of
You know what item gives you a lot of damage,
What?
Jim?
Rapier.
Another Rapier.
Oh, I'm really curious if he's gonna buy out the Rapier components and then leave them disassembled, Dodger. You know what I mean? For, like, until he decides to like make it a Rapier.
I think it's a good decision because you don't really need the Rapier to farm, and
Well,
being
I don't know.
caught
It
without
actually would make you farm like really like.
It does, but it's kind of a luxury more than a necessity.
I think he probably should leave them disassembled, you know. But like, if he didn't, you know, I would understand. Sometimes you gotta hit creeps, bro, and that's life.
Well, we do have some action once again by the Roshan pit. Roshan's arrived to top lane. Andy was poking his head around. Sauce is still there as well, but oh no, Sauce is incredibly dead, isn't he? He's incredibly dead. That's a lot of overkill, but they kill him.
Oh, Andy's in a good position to maybe steal it or scout it. Oh, he couldn't get it.
You want it a little bit too early in the timing, and as a result,
Alright.
he's forced to remnant away. Edis and Cheese both go the way of no Filski, no problem. Edis to Sven, Cheese to Grimstroke temporarily.
Nah, bro, Grimstroke should just eat it. Fuck your cores.
The problem is, maybe you can say that, but when you're literally living right next to one of your cores, a little hard. It's a little easier said than
Dude,
done.
the other core got the Aegis when they're playing Sven. Like, if they can't handle just having that, okay, then.
Have you
Alright.
seen some of the carry players and lads? Have you seen
Nah,
KU? Dude, KU will
PMA
walk into a game, he'll get every Roshan item. All game.
No. But,
Every Edis, every Cheese, every Ags, every Refresher, all game.
PMA is clearly not like a two. Like, he's a carry player who clearly can handle having things go bad or not like getting everything.
Found an attempt from Mr. Lenz to solo kill Vico, could not find, so instead of CP will get cancelled by PMA. Call will be off the mark from 4th, but if Radiant can focus down the lane, that's a massive kill. He can blink in 3. And he's actually gotten away here.
Oh no,
Good
Mr. Lenz
escape
just
by
missed.
Mr. Lenz. And now over to Diesel. He's going to attempt to juke this one out. Perhaps look to blink and BKB and TP. He'll BKB, he'll TP. He actually end up canceling the TP trying to juke out the Axe. Problem is Axe is just too powerful right now. He'll bring down Night Stalker, but more importantly, Mr. Lenz gets away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah.
So when's Andy gonna buy the Rapier?
I have no clue, dude. I don't play Ember carry and go Divine Rapier.
I mean, you should probably try it. It sounds like a lot of fun.
No, I don't really enjoy it. Like right click Ember that much. I think it's kind of boring.
All right, he locked it.
Thing is, I think that right click Ember like isn't that much fun until you have a lot of items. So that's kind of like cringe.
Does he have a lot of items now?
He does now, but like he had to play like very many minutes without that many items, just farming his Ember.
That's how it goes, I guess.
I think that once this build has like the Battle Fury, the Blink, and the data list, it's like really actually rather annoying for a lot of like enemy heroes, but until then I think it's kind of like cringe and boring.
I was gonna mention that earlier, but didn't get a chance to say it. That even though Radiant have a lot of lockdown, they don't have a lot of great Ember lock. If Ember can just use, say, Sleight of Fist to the defensive remnant, then there's a lot.
I
of
will
options.
say that until Andy get like the Grimstroke W Badger is actually really good against him until he gets a Dispel, just so you know, because like Andy doesn't actually have any attack speed. You know what I mean?
No, he does not. He really does not.
And like so the Grimstroke W is about to get to like the oh no. Okay, so they already have 3 points in a Badger, so it's 3 hits now, and then
Isn't there another talent for it at like 20 or something? That
Yes, plus 3 hits at 20.
yeah.
A lot of hits.
Like Andy needs to have a dispel before that, which probably will happen because Grimstroke is only level 15, but still.
We've used about 2/3 of that second Aegis duration.
Yo, Skater has a question for the cast, and it was a good question.
What's the question?
Could a seal or a dog play Dota better?
Ooh.
I mean, my gut is that a dog, but I don't know, man. I think seals are supposed to be pretty smart, aren't they?
Those are pretty smart, but dogs have good teamwork.
No, but like think about more like.
Are we talking individual seal or an individual dog?
like an
versus,
individual
okay, never mind.
seal and
Yeah,
an
at the
individual
high ground,
dog.
Sven has to satanic these creeps for a heal at this point. But he might just end up losing life anyways. He swapped him by a Sauce. He's in danger right now. Blink called by a 4th. Diesel will BKB looking for this Radiant side backline. He's looking for Vico right now. Sauce is dead, but Vico is in a lot of danger. He barely rolls up in time. Now Diesel will cut it around and brought down, but it's a blink in by Andy. Bendy, the rapier, has been assembled. Vico TP's away. The base has been held. It cost you 2 lives and a buyback, but there's a scenario 5 seals on a team versus 5 dogs in a team, or just
No.
1 seal versus 1 dog?
The question was, could a seal or a dog play Dota better? And I interpret the question as being like, let's say you took from the general population of seals and dogs, okay, one of each. Who would have the higher like skill ceiling? You know, like who could you train to be better?
Well, what kind of dog and what kind of seal? Because there's obviously many breeds on dogs. There's many
We're gonna have
and
to.
species on seals.
It's gonna be like a genetic amalgamation of all living breeds of seals and all living breeds of dogs for the dog. Okay.
Again, I think it'd be seal. I mean, seals are smarter, right?
Yeah, the only thing is like, okay, water near a keyboard. Like, I think that like the seal would probably play better if it was in water, right?
You could probably make that
Whenever
work. You know?
whenever you see a seal on land, it's just laying there like sleeping.
You could probably like a waterproof keyboard or something. Blink in by Andy. Andy's bold. He's got a rapier. This is a season literally on the. And remember last season,
Yeah.
when the entire season was bottom lane. Diesel has been caught. Blink call from 4th. That will be a dead Diesel Lance Stalker. Remember last season we were down a game. Our season was literally on the line of losers, and Andy did this. He just bought the rapier on I think it was Arcwood or something.
Yeah.
He carried us.
Yeah.
I think he's trying
so.
he's trying to do that right now. He's 1v9 Dota in losers bracket, just carry the team. And he done it before clearly, so.
Yeah. Dude, it's only level 17 at 40 minutes, dude. I feel really bad for Diesel. What a tough game.
Okay, Blink X from 4th, into the call. That'll be a dead sauce. That's an incredibly dead sauce.
Honestly, this 4th guy has just been owning the whole series. I mean, except for like the start of last game.
Yeah, I mean, he's like rank 300. He's really good.
Yeah, he's been playing well.
Dire's middle tower is under
Oh, here we go again. Back into the Dire base we go. Buildings. How long they'll live, nobody knows. Dire glyph for now. But PMA is red and he's angry. He's hitting this tier 4, but for now, he's forced to retreat. Again, the waves are coming in 2 lanes, but not all 3 lanes. There's still a wave being pushed out bottom. Seems like 4th wants to push that 3rd lane in. So all 3 lanes will be going in. But at this point, if you're no Filski, no problems, you have 1 problem. We no longer have 2 lives for big man with big sword Sven, so. But perhaps they'll wait for a 3rd Roshan.
Andy has an arcane blink Keto. Oh, actually no. You know what, Badger? He has a ninja gear. Their odds of winning are pretty good.
It is true. He got the neutral item like right away.
Well,
Minute 37
because
as well.
ninja gear can like protect him. Like if he wants to like walk down a side lane to like split or like look for a kill or something at some point, he can like use ninja gear as a way to like scout for when to click remnant because he doesn't have like a Lincolns or anything to like if they go on him, but he can ninja gear is. If you use ninja gear well, it is like actually just by far the like single best neutral item in the entire game.
Dude, the Twitch chat's actually discussing
The Twitch chat is engaged in heated debate right now.
Heated debate. It seems like people are disagreeing with my seal take, but I stand with the seals.
To be honest, I feel like seals are probably are a little like they just seem to be a little less dumb than dogs. If that makes sense. No flame on dogs. I like dogs.
Yeah, oh, that's a lot of damage on Nova, but he's got the Glimmer Cape. He's kept alive. Because didn't like one of the big things with domesticating dogs is we bred like Turner syndrome into them or something?
We bred what into them?
Like is this like Turner syndrome or something like that? Some like genetic deformity to make them more friendly.
Oh, I believe it. I mean, sure.
There's a reason why like dogs are super friendly and wolves are not.
Yeah.
It's got something to do with the domestication of dogs. However many thousands of years ago.
Actually, I'm pretty curious about that now. I'll have to go look this up later. Later, when I'm on my laptop and I'm just chilling in bed, I'll remember this conversation we had, and then I'll go read about the domestication
Okay, if you
of
find
dogs.
the answer, message me because I will not be looking it up. So
There's probably a lot of neat books on that topic, honestly.
definitely, dogs are quite popular.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a topic that bottom lane Andy has been hexed by fourth.
Look at
He'll
that
BKB.
machine
He's got
just
the
had it
call,
move their head.
but there's no follow-up quite yet. Oh, there's more follow-up. Vico's arrived to the fight. They need to keep Andy alive. Andy will remnants. They kept Andy alive. Lens blinks away. What a fantastic save by Lens. He may lose his life for it. Call will be there on Lena, but Lena has died for the team. The rapier has been kept. If you think about it, dogs have been discussed by like philosophers for thousands of years. Like that's one thing that for example, like Xenophon, who was a Greek philosopher like 20 years ago, he did an entire book about dogs. Synergeticus. It's basically about dogs.
That's awesome, Badger.
Never mind,
I like
wrong book. I'm referring to the wrong book here. Bros, Blink Call from fourth will be there on Vengeful Spirit. Diesel being gone as well. Both appear to be in danger, and both are dead. That's 3 down. But importantly, Ember's still alive.
What is Andy gonna buy next? Oh, he should get a shard. He should get a shard for 1400 gold at this point in the game. Like, refresh. Yeah, he should get a shard for sure.
This is season on the line. We're discussing seals and dogs, but Andy is looking at rapier crits. Went on. Oh wait, he messed it up a little bit. I think they didn't punish him though. He ramped it out too fast. He ended up in the wrong spot because of Sight of Fist. But they did not punish him for it. P3 mid gets brought down. PMA is half HP, goes in, miss Andy. Links in, Remnants away. He's now out of Remnants. Radiant will again continue their assault on this dire side base. Fourth in the top lane, the remainder of the team behind the middle lane.
It is true that not all dogs are friendly, Mattior, but like it's more like that we have domesticated dogs to like, on average, the population of dogs are like, dogs are like a very friendly animal, you know?
The comparison point is Wolf. Wolf is
Yeah.
not friendly.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you know, there's they're considering that like we sort of like created them, like they're pretty friendly for, you know.
Look at that Wolf here.
Well,
Wolf,
that's
again, I'm not hugging a wolf. I'm a big guy. Jim. I'm not hugging a wolf.
Yeah, I mean they have very sharp claws, I think. To be honest, I don't actually know if that, like, I would assume their claws are sharp.
I'm not getting I'm not getting close enough to find out.
Based.
Roshan is alive again, by the way. Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher had the way of no Filski, no problems. Again, they have yet to break barracks. Mid-racks are still alive. Top tower's still alive. Bot tower's still alive. Perhaps this will be what they need. They've fermented the cheese. We'll have 2 cheeses ready to go if PMA grabs it. And he will not, actually. He'll let the Veno grab it instead. So no cheese fermentation going on here.
Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it, Badger.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
How many players have Ninja Gear right now, actually? Gotta be a lot. 4. There's 4 players with Ninja Gear. feel like they probably should. I guess more players didn't get it offered, but I'm sure Lena would probably have it if she could, right?
She should. I don't know if she. I don't know. I don't know Mr. Lens well enough. So
It,
to
it,
comment
it
on what
might
it
not have
would
been
take.
offered though. It's like what, like a 1 in 2 chance you get offered Ninja Gear.
Well,
in Tier 4?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying, I don't know even know Mr. Lens well enough to know if he would have taken it or not taken it if he saw it. You know, like, I'm staying out of, it better.
You're staying out of your Mr. Lens Tier 4 neutral island opinions.
Yeah, I'm not holding a strong stance on this one.
I see. Well, we once again stay outside this Dire base area through the Dire jungle, sweeping through the mid lane, sweeping into the Dire tri camp. That's just how it's gonna be. You gotta go run it through. You gotta run the sweep as teams that are ahead often do nowadays. And if you run into a hero, you kill him, and if you don't, you hit the creeps. And yeah, Andy has bought a shard, if you're wondering, which is surely a good thing.
Badger, I'm worried.
Out.
I don't know. This was gonna be like a 70-minute long game.
It's certainly possible. I mean, what was the last one? Like 7 minutes?
Yes, I believe that's correct.
I'm trying to pull up something real fast. I have a message from here that I put in the captain's chat, and I quote: "Please show up on time for the 9:30 series. We're going to finish at 2 a.m. Woo."
True.
Dude, you and Andy are on the exact same brain length right now. The exact same brainwave. Seems like PMA is going into the Dire base though. It'll take a lot of damage actually.
Well, dog.
He's kept alive.
Oh.
Night Stalker will blink in, looking to finish off the Aegis of PMA, but he's Satanics! He's Satanics! Diesel is dead with no buyback. Roll from Vico. This could be an absolute disaster. Soul Bind is perfect. That's a dead sauce. He'll buy back. Lena's in danger. She's dead with a buyback. She'll also use it. Andy's doing so much damage, but it's still not enough. Only Grimstroke dead right now. PMA still has yet to lose the Aegis. They'll finally bring it down, but he will be returning, most certainly. And he's back. Benchstun will be there on to Nova and Fourth have been stunned. Fourth looks for a reinitiation angle, but cannot find it quite yet. Nair grabbed the gem from the floor with the career of Diesel. That's actually not a terrible hold. You lose Ranger Axe. You lose, what, 2 buybacks? That's not that bad.
Yes. Sorry, I was typing in the Twitch chat about
You were discussing
like,
dogs?
Yeah, the Twitch chat is kind of popping off today. Honestly, there's been a lot of high level thoughts and conversations going through there.
About that.
Yeah.
So Lens, instead of Octarine Core, has opted for the Hex, which I don't mind. Again, Lockdown's always good this game. Especially with a hero like Lena.
True.
And actually, is he planning on like swapping in and out the Aether Lens from Travels in this fight? Or how does he plan on like working with this? He has slot problems right now.
Let me. I don't know what he should. I don't know, Badger. I don't really like dealing with it when you have like a million things in your backpack. Ugh. God. When you get to that point in the late game, it's kind of cringe, Badger. What are your thoughts on that?
I agree. I mean, I remember back in the day, I played a Phantom Lancer game. I actually unironically had 10 items. This is before.
I remember when TP scrolls like took your inventory slots, so you had to like carry one on a crow sometimes, like in certain scenarios, like so that you could, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I absolutely know. That's what I was getting to. Is I remember because this was before the backpack change as well. So I ended up in a situation where I had a courier with like Necro Book, Travels, like a spare BKB on it. It was bad. It was really bad. We won the game, by the way, but it was not a fun time. Having to micro in and out, Helm Dom, Necro Book, Travels, and like a spare BKB. Back when you could have like different BKB durations.
I remember the whole 10-second BKB, get it to 5, sell it, rebuy it. That was That was something else.
It went to you can have the 4 seconds, so like 4-second BKB is not that low.
I didn't even remember that it ever went that low. Oh.
It went all the way down to 4. And they removed the ability eventually to sell BKB. People spot another BKB. Oh, blink call on Ember. They've got the lockdown, I think. They're trying to keep Andy alive. Andy's half HP. He gets away. What a fantastic teamwork save once again. Now Vico's in a lot of danger and he's forced away a fruit punch. So now roll up. Lens. Looks for initiation. Laguna Blade's down. Vico. The trades for sauce, but it's a good start so far. Reed is dead, but again, Andy has now returned to the team fight. Little buys back into the fight. PMA has his BKB. He's trying to go in for Lena. Lena has a self-ethereal form to keep yourself alive for the time being. Meanwhile, Andy could not bring down the Radiant side backline. Get the Revenant back to the fountain. Blink off and forth there on Dark Willow. PMA will be the follow-up, and they'll get a dieback on Dark Willow. So no Lena, no Willow, no Venge, and none of buyback. This could be a disaster now. Andy is forced to Remnant away. It's a 5v2 siege, and the throne will be under attack. Diesel has a silence in time, but he's still hexed by 4th. Andy tried a ninja gear. He's looking for an angle. Blink in. 2 sleights of fists back to the fountain. But nobody's dying yet. Blink call from 4th on Night Stalker. Hex, Stormbolt, the damage is too much. He's got a buyback, however, again, the fight continues. The 2v5 4th is right outside this dire fountain. But Sven hits the throne. Sven's hitting the throne. The Soulbind, they can't do anything. The throne!
Oh,
and they know
no.
it. The GG is called. No Filski, no problems. Will advance to the top 4. They will play Colt on the Big Fry in the loser semis. And unfortunately for Elder Titan and Silver Medals, their tournament will end at 5th.
Yep. GG's Badger.
Jeez, Jim.
Jeez. GG's to both teams. Yeah.
One of those things where, again, this no Filski, no problems core players, they've been playing together for a good number of seasons now. They have been they've been close before. They got 3rd place, I believe, 2 seasons ago. Yeah, of course, they're looking to avenge their
2
third
seasons ago,
place-
the one
third
that
place.
we played together.
No, that was the season before that. I think we played their team anyways. Weren't as good as that season.
See.
Definitely a competitive series. No,
Yeah,
it
for
ended up
sure.
being a 2-0. Both of the games are very long. Either team certainly could have dragged that out. Won the series. Yeah, and I'm actually curious to see what happens with the Power Core players going forward. It's been 3 straight seasons. Been 3 very deep playoff finishes. 2nd place and 5th place. Oh, gold medal.
That's because they didn't have you, Badger. They need you on the team as the head mid player and coach.
About that one.
Why do you say that?
I saw myself mid last season.
Your mid is beautiful, Badger. I don't want to hear this.
We'll go with that. Do you have any final words, call outs, shouts, say to the people of the lads, Jim?
No, honestly, GG's to both teams. Yeah, I just hope that everyone had fun in the games, and yeah, GG's to both teams. I thought it was a good series. Obviously, I unfortunate for Andy that he lost. Like, he's my brother, so obviously I'm gonna be, biased. So, yep.
I mean, I'm biased too towards my former carry player and mid laner Andy Bendy, of course, but again, sometimes you lose Dota, and for No Filski, no problems. They have a date with Destiny in the losers semis. That'll be a fantastic series happening next week, or for Lucky later this week. My name is Badger. Congratulations to No Filski, no problems on their 2-0 victory in this series tonight. Thank you to the viewers for tuning. Thank you to Mr. D, Jim, for coming on and joining me for this best of 3 match. So to cast your games, cast your tournaments, or if you're a Protea looking for a tournament admin or a commentator, hit me up on Twitter, twitter.com/BadgerDota2, or over on Discord. That's Badger Pablo on Discord. Yeah, as always, Thank you for watching, and have a great night.